everybody. Welcome to
When You Wish Upon a
Podcast. And today we have a special guest, guys.
Yep.
Cora Valentine.
Hi, Cora.
As you all know all around the universe
Y'all know who I am.
on YouTube.
Yeah.
On the universe of YouTube.
His streams giving him all the shit.
And her
Things
popping in and out of everybody else's
Yeah.
stuff.
But what you didn't know, well, actually, if you didn't know, you'd be living under a rock. She's an avid movie buff.
Yeah, so
I've been a film critic for 7 years now. I've actually been hired by movie theaters to come to movie marathons. Like, they pay me to come. They give me free stuff, so it's kind of nice.
That is nice, actually. Hi, Bala. Yeah, I have to use my phone now since I don't have an extra laptop no more to, look at chat no
Could've
more.
Could've brought mine.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's no big deal. It's just I'm used to it now because it's 2 now in. Since now I don't have 2 laptops to use.
Well, I'm not using mine.
Yeah, because we used to do, my laptop, her laptop. We'll probably do that again in the future.
Just not, yeah. As of right now, it's just not in the cards. But
today we'll be discussing
some random Disney news.
The Lion King.
Since that's coming out. Well, technically some of it might come out today as a midnight showing.
Yeah.
But it's technically starts tomorrow.
Yeah.
And everybody's still hyped for it, so it's nobody's dissing yet.
Oh, no, that's
But I mean, I'm talking just in general,
Yeah.
nobody's making.
So we'll be discussing The Lion King, what Abigail Disney, right?
Yeah.
Abigail Disney thinks of Disney World and Disneyland.
Right now, no, let's go with this. Abigail Disney and Disney company itself are in a little feud.
Yes.
It's not
So the heiress of it all compared to the asshole of it all, Bob Iger.
Yeah.
And, yeah. See, this was what I was getting at, too.
Well, right now,
would you like to start with this discussion, then?
Well, we could start with this one. Do you kind of
I don't know about this, so I kind of want to know.
So you're here. I was going to enjoy this part.
So basically...
I have nothing. This is news to me, so I want to know.
So basically, I originally started off with saying, basic Disney cast members get roughly about $15 an hour, and they've been getting about $15 an hour for the last about decade. No increase in pay, none of that, and Florida's state prices and California state prices have gone higher.
Well, any state's going to have a jump in price of something.
I went to California in the early 2000s, and gas alone was $4 a gallon.
Exactly.
So I can only imagine with the inflation and cost of living how bad it is now.
Exactly.
Right.
So, and whilst Bob Iger sits there on a $66 million raise to himself.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So Abigail Disney decides to finally visit Disney to see, what her uncle's work is, all about and everything like that. And she came back with such disgust. Not only by how much they're getting paid, but how they're getting treated.
Yeah. Which I believe what anything with Abigail Disney does say, because technically that's actually her company. Well, in general sense, it's a family heirloom. Basically.
If she wanted to, she could take it all back like that.
Yeah, but she was I don't know how it started with the whole different people being part of the CEO after Roy Disney, since that was Walt Disney's brother.
Yeah, but
I don't know how that after that the whole connection now Disney kind of owns. It's kind of like the Queen of England. She's still the ruling England, but there's other people that actually talks about the country itself.
I've seen stories and articles about how what it's like to be a Disney princess at. From judging from what I've seen and what I've heard, I'm they shouldn't get paid enough to deal with it.
Well, especially with California's weather and Florida's weather, that heat alone is just enough. And they have to have all that makeup on.
And full costumes.
Oh yeah.
So for those who don't know what we're talking about, it's pretty much like this. If you're a Disney cast member, you get a paid cut out of your check to begin with for your costume, and that's rented daily.
Yeah.
Not just you buy it one time, it's yours, blah blah blah.
No, because they have a wardrobe.
It's rented daily.
Mm-hmm.
So you're taking a huge pay cut right off the rip. Not only that, you're not working the average 8 hours. You're working 10 to more. Possibly an entire day shift.
Depending on if whoever comes in and whatever.
So that includes, costumed characters, heavily costumed characters. Imagine being in a big fucking Mickey Mouse costume 16 hours a day in the blazing hot sun.
But you imagine they've probably had some sort of advance in costuming where they can put like a
There's not. That's why
not a ventilation
No.
system.
No.
So they're literally frying and cooking in there, sweating their ass off on a daily.
This is how it goes. When you're doing, because I've been to Disney recently with the whole thing, with the characters and the costumes itself, not the princesses. That's because most of them are all indoors somewhere, so it's like they're okay.
Yeah.
But the ones that are costume are the ones usually out. What they do is that you only get to see them for like about 10 to 15 minutes, and then they go on break for like 10 to 15 minutes. So it's like they have to do that every time, so they can, so they don't.
Somewhat ethical.
But I'm glad they're thinking on that side, because otherwise yeah. Otherwise, because they have line
you
cut
get
off.
heat exhaustion within.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad they think on that part, because I don't care. I'm like you guys need it, because trust me. Whew. But also, guys, the Disney cast members don't say anything about them being in costume, so just be well. Because I actually caught that, because I said, "Oh, the costume must be hot," but then they're like, "Oh no, they don't have costume this time. They're just."
Oh yeah, but you have to be that person. Like if you are
Snow
White,
I was thinking I didn't mean to, but I was like, I'm glad you kind of caught that, like what I said, because even though I was like, So yeah, cast members even have to tell you like, oh, they're not in a costume or whatever, unless they're wearing a shirt, or something.
But the other thing is based on what we've seen from like the family breaking out and fighting at Disney to African American families, and it took forever for the staff officers to actually do their fucking jobs and get there on time. Like a whole fight blew out between two African American families, and one man whooped ass.
And plus against females.
Yeah, males, females, he attacked them all. And it, within the length of the ass whooping to the now, not to the now, obviously, but like towards the end.
Hey, Chris.
It literally, good 5-6 minutes? And then staff finally got there. There was only one person that was a cast member that actually tried to separate it, and he was a fucking custodian, basically.
Yeah.
So, I'm saying, even security is small. Like, if that's going to happen at Disney, just in Toontown, in front of kids. I'm sorry, I'm like, really, guys? You guys need to think in your heads, this is where children have their imagination at.
Somewhere like that, like Toontown, Magic Kingdom, Epcot Center in general.
They'd be heavily guarded.
Yeah, you'd think you would be overstaffed on guards, because people are going to try to steal shit. People are going to try
especially in Epcot, because there's allowed drinking there. They do serve alcohol.
So you think
oh my god, just like that little 17-year-old who fucking snuck in with a fake ID and that shit.
Well, I don't know how that even came to be. Like, I didn't understand how that teenager got alcohol drink anyways and was drunk that fast. With Disney and stuff.
Yeah, because someone fed it to her.
Because Disney does check your ID. Because I got checked for my ID when I went on my birthday at Epcot and I was drinking. They asked me what your ID, and I showed my ID. Because I know I was like, fuck, I was like turning 29 for Christ's sakes. I'm not like I'm gonna sit there and lie I'm not 21.
Hey, I'm 34, and when I get carded, I'm like, thank you.
Sometimes, like right now, at that age right now, because people always considered me young. So I'm like, I still kind of like feel like, why? Can I just be older for some reason? Just a little bit older,
I'm to the point where it's flattering. I'm like, oh, you think I'm under 21? I know it's like legally obligation. You have to check my ID, but still. It's not, because like half the time I do, and then half the time I don't. And I'm just like, you think I'm younger than I
am? Right? It's kind of like more like But with this, like Abigail Disney and Disneyland, and then now Disney is like fighting back, saying she is a liar.
Yeah. Yeah, so basically Bob Iger and his pretentious asshole lawyers are just like, no, what she said is wrong. We take care of our cast members. They are getting a pay raise. They are this. We are this. We are that.
This is one of those cases where stop talking and show me the proof. Like, do some action.
No, yeah. And how much you want to bet now after what she said? Oh, look, everybody got like a $10 raise or something, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully that's what happened.
But yeah, it's literally been, and I remember it's been $15 for at least almost a fucking decade now.
But
probably since Bob Iger's been on seat.
That's ridiculous, because a lot of companies, they adjust the pay and the raises.
Yeah, they
based
every
on
year.
the cost of living, based on inflation.
Exactly.
So you would think with that knowledge, knowing that what everything cost 15 years ago versus what everything costs now.
Right.
There's obviously some sort of gap there that's not being addressed.
Are you kidding me? $66 million to himself, but again, won't raise the minimum wage, or at least, the minimum wage over there to cast members who basically work like slaves.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, they do 2 jobs now just to fucking make ends meet. And
Which is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. So it's like, okay, I'm gonna work my 8-hour or possibly 10-hour shift at Disney, cooking my ass off in the hot blazing sun for your entertainment for basically shit wage. That wouldn't even pay for my apartment.
Basically, you're pretty much almost.
Yeah, now I gotta go and work this job until a set amount of time so I can fucking eat for the week.
Basically having 3 jobs instead of just one.
Yeah. It's like, no.
And like everyone wants to have that dream job, but then if you really do the realization, it's like.
Because there was an article I read online, and I was just like, once I read that, and I was like, it's way worse than I realized.
You kidding me? Animation's even worse. Like, you remember how I watched Game Grumps? Aaron Hansen and his wife Susie met because they were a part of the Disney animation program, and they were both in a struggling time, both as friends originally, because Disney pays their animators shit to none. So there was times where they would get maybe $30 a week, and they would survive on Little Caesars pizza.
Right.
Been there.
Yeah, and it was like, but that because of that stupid shit, I guess that brought them together more than friends. Either way, it was just like Disney really doesn't give a shit unless you're
one of the big names.
Yeah, one of the big names, pretty much.
But that's what I'm just saying. That makes no sense. It's like, even the animators are the ones that are working for you. They should just at least get paid just as much as a freaking CEO does, because they're doing the work. The CEO is just sitting there saying,
yeah, exactly.
Yes,
animation is
yes,
not
no,
easy.
yes, no.
Exactly, because they're the one pumping out the magic, so to speak. And it's like,
and they're not getting like any decent pay. That just says something wrong with Disney, and that tells me it's like, you guys need to start like boycotting the CEO of Disney to get his happy butt off.
Oh, the actors or the cast members he was talking about.
Well, no, they don't. They have shifts, but
yeah, they have shifts.
But it's not 30 minutes to an hour. They do like anybody else has a shift. Like I work, the second shift from this time to this time. It's not just an hour to 30 minutes. Unless you're unless that's what the thing is for the costumes, but I doubt.
Yeah, no, it is like how you were saying 15 to 15.
It's more less
it's
than
more like an hour.
I think it depends on the weather.
Yeah,
like if it's like the hot summer, which is when it's summer months, like June,
even,
July, and
even
August,
when it's snowy,
it's a lot worse. No,
change.
I'm talking about their changing out. It's a lot less than what it would be like in January or February, where it's like it's still warm, but it's not.
Yeah, but no,
definitely
like
hot.
your definition.
January and February, and it's still warm.
Yeah, no, but
it's Florida.
It's Florida, but that's what I'm just saying. But they're saying they still get some cold weather down there too, just as much as. But I mean, it might not be like the one we get up in north, with the snow.
It's not like if you have a. I'll go back to Snow White because I can think of another princess. You don't have just the one Snow White on hand. You have like 4 or 5.
Basically.
So that way, when one's like, oh, you've done your walking around, blah blah blah, well, let's switch you out with this one, and then.
Oh yeah, there's some ones. But there's some ones that, like at Disney, where they pretty much stand. They don't do a lot of walking unless they're in the parade. Well, actually, that's probably where the difference is. Parade, you got one of the characters, but the other one is still sitting in her little coat, like Ariel. Okay, she's in the parade all the time. You see one Ariel, but that's not the same Ariel that you've seen over there in the cove, by her ride.
Yeah.
So I mean, they do have 2 ones for like different things, like for parade, and you got the one for, like just the meet and greets, like hey, hi, I'm here. So, but the thing is, I just don't think the pay is just, it's crap.
No,
most of these people like to go to do this job it's a dream job because it's like, it's Disney.
Yes.
And everybody knows
then
Disney.
You find out, and you're like, oh.
They should really up the wages to make their cast members feel more like workers than slaves, number 1. Number 2, more ethical treatment. Because, you say it's about 15-15, it's actually 30-15 depending on the hot days. Other than that, it's like an hour, maybe an hour and a half, and then
that's what I'm trying to say. It depends on the weather of Florida, because.
But still, like, they're treated more or less like easy fucking like sweatshop workers almost.
Pretty much.
I imagine the turnover rate at Disney for stuff like that is pretty high because once people.
Well, that's why I said I'm seeing like I'm on my Disney group on Facebook, and you see like a lot of people are getting jobs like this. Like, oh look, I got a job at Disney. Look, I got a job at Disney, and I'm like. I saw somebody like a year ago was saying the same job.
That should tell you something. If people are getting jobs at Disney that easily, and I imagine you have to have some qualifications, even just like work at the retail shops because it's Disney.
Right.
But that's the other thing is you could.
But
see,
the thing is too,
you
with
could see when. Well, no, because that's.
Well, no, there's a thing with the Disney princesses too.
Yes, but
there's only an age limit, so like if you hit that age, you're done.
Yeah, but no, like the best way someone described it to me was, hey. You got a job at Disney. Imagine the 3 people that left
Yeah, that's how I see it. Like that's why I'm like, I'm not like, I would love to work at Disney. Don't get me wrong. Anybody would like just at least have to say, hey, I worked at Disney.
Yeah.
But then again, you're sitting there thinking like, I'm seeing all these people getting turned over. I see what their conditions are. Just even being like a guest at the place, and you don't have to like, just go into the park yourself. Just realize all the cast members and what they have to deal through. I sit there and I'm like walking through the parks and I'm just like, I feel sorry for you and you, just sitting there.
Mm-hmm. The last time I was at Disney, that was high school. That was a couple years ago. We did a choir trip to Disney. We competed and we got to actually spend the day at the Magic Kingdom the next day. Mm-hmm. And I remember going into the retail shop and she was wearing this very elaborate dress that looked like it was heavy and uncomfortable. And this was mid-spring.
So it was like, it was still warm, but
she got to work inside, but still like it was one of those where it was like on the corner, so it was open, so you don't really get that much relief from the heat. And I remember I picked up this thing. It was like a little plushie, and I was like, oh, this is so cute. And she's talking to me. She's like, yeah, I love working here, but she's like, I'm allergic to plush. Like she could not handle the toys, but that's where she had to work. And I was just like, is that even?
That should not have happened.
Yeah.
Like, if they should have, like, really respect the people with allergies, because that's a liability on their part, too.
My job, which we won't really go into details of my job, y'all have heard about it before. Yes, we have our turnover rate's not that bad. Like, we've lost a few people because, well, they're incompetent and we had to get rid of them. But we also respect that, like, there's a couple of people at my job that have allergies. Like, we also know my boss is allergic to coconut. We don't bring coconut to the store. I'm allergic to strawberries. And one of the things we have to make is a strawberry smoothie, or we put strawberries in the fruit salad. Mm-hmm. She's respectful enough to say, I know that if you have to do it, absolutely have to do it. There's a box of gloves here for you, because I have gotten the smoothie mix on my hand, and I was just like, I got a chemical burn.
Are you kidding me?
You should be very respectful.
No, but case in point, last night she put the blue lipstick on her hand, and we thought nothing of it.
Yeah, I still have the blister.
Yeah, she's a fucking blister from it. Yeah, like she didn't. We don't know what was in it, but she got some allergic reaction.
All of a sudden, I was like, all right, Dan, so I'm not using the blue lipstick, and I thought it would be going by today. It is not.
Nope.
Yeah.
So there's something.
But that's what I'm saying. They should always be respectful of that, because that's like a liability. You could kill somebody just doing that. Like even being
awful. Die by stuffed animals.
Well, I know, but still, it's like,
Yep. How did you die? Death by stuffed animals and plushies.
At Disney.
At Disney. Right? That's the liability right there. And you know what? If somebody found out about that, that's going to be in the media like that. Like, it's going to be a snap. So they better be watching what they're doing with, like, where they're putting people in it. I guarantee they ask these people, like, what are you allergic to? I'm hoping they do, because
otherwise you're going to go into the food service part.
Right, too. There's food. And some people are like latex balloons. Sometimes balloons are made out of latex. All that stuff. You got to be careful. There's different allergies out there. Even being outside, like a wasp, a bee, whatever. You got to be careful.
So there was one I wanted to discuss, and I'm going to make it short, but people may not like it. So this is a continuation of the father who tried to kindly ask Disney for his 4-year-old son's tombstone to have Spider-Man on it. And Disney denied it because they wanted to protect the innocence and the magic of their characters. So he started a petition. Disney ended up giving him a cease and desist. Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry.
He wanted to create a petition then of like thousands of people to say, hey, make this happen. So Disney
no. This tells you that the CEO is an asshole.
Yeah, and Disney just sent him a cease and desist, like take it down, shut it down, or else you will face legal action.
I'm gonna come from the Marvel side because I've been a Marvel fan since before the Disney merger.
Mm-hmm. Stan Lee wouldn't allow this.
Stan Lee would have allowed this. Like, he's a very kind man. He would have understood it was your kid, but it's also, tell me where the innocence of Spider-Man is. If you know the history and you've read the comics, what you see on screen is watered down so heavily from what you see in the comics, because everyone knows Uncle Ben dies. But I'm like, Spider-Man has killed people, Spider-Man gets into some huge things, like Spider-Man deals with these huge issues. Tell me where the innocence of Spider-Man is when he's got a story history. Exactly.
Any superhero, for Christ's sake, they're killing something.
I'm saying now, why are they saying let's protect the innocence of Spider-Man? Is it because we have Tom Holland, who's a younger guy, and he does have that innocent air about him? Did you not see this? Or
the thing is, it's like, okay, it's a gravestone. Okay, come on, Disney. Really? Who the heck is going to go to a gravestone and sit there and, I'm going to go to the gravestone and go...
Check out my son, Spider-Man. $5.
Yes.
Or who's going to randomly go walk into a cemetery just to go find a freaking...
Spider-Man.
Whatever tombstone thing. Nobody cares. Like, I mean, the people do care, but it's more or less
I'm
like...
saying he's not going to turn it into a tourist attraction. He's not going to try and make money off it. This is a memorial for his son who loves Spider-Man.
I almost want to say, because, Disney can't control everything. Just do it.
Yeah.
Why make it publicly like what you just did? Why did you even go to him? You should have just done it anyways.
Like, I get where he's coming from. He
But
didn't want to, have a copyright infringement. I get that.
Yeah, but the thing is, how would Disney know unless somebody goes over there and says something?
True.
Here, I'll
That's
show
what I'm
you.
trying to say.
I'll show you an example.
Disney's not going to sit there and watch
I think
you.
you've already seen this one,
Yes,
right?
you showed me.
You've seen this, have you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. For those who don't know, there's something I want to share with you. My brother Juan Ruiz passed away. Before he did, we did a Make-A-Wish Foundation thing for him at 17. He passed away because of heart complications. But Bungie did one thing out of his request for the Make-A-Wish was, hey, is it okay if I have Master Chief engraved on my tombstone? Sorry, I choke up usually because it's very tough.
Mm-hmm. You're good.
They allowed this wish. In no way, shape, or form was it because, oh, hey, Halo. It was because it was Juan's favorite game. He loved it. He played it consistently. And he got the opportunity not only to be a voice of a dying soldier in Halo 3, but he got what, he asked for, and Master Chief's engraved on the bottom left of his tombstone. So he's forever a Spartan in a way. To me, it didn't make me want to constantly buy Halo and whatever, but it made me appreciate the company behind it.
Exactly.
So like anything Bungie does, okay, hey, I'll like you. I'll support you. You have my gratitude because you did something most companies wouldn't.
Okay, but let
me listen to your fans.
I understand what that is.
Yeah, like you
but
listen to your fans.
I'm going to tell you this. Disney won't even care if you go and do it and don't even talk to them about it. Just do it because you know why? Because I've seen so many people with their gravestone. I even have it's like one of my mom's daycare kids' gravestone has Winnie the Pooh. That's Disney, and that's an innocent character right there. Pooh Bear's innocence.
Yeah.
And it's on a gravestone, but did anybody go and sit there and go talk to Disney?
Pooh,
Disney didn't come and say, hey, to that family, oh, you take that gravestone.
I've seen like children's graves with like Winnie the Pooh or other little things on there.
Oh yeah, like we've
Disney
discussed before,
come after them.
And that's more innocent than a freaking Spider-Man, for Christ's sake.
That's kind of That's kind of a dick move on their part. Like, oh, your kid just died. He had this one wish. No, we're not going to allow it. Here's a season. It's like,
that's why I'm saying that I understand what the father was doing, but then again, I'm going to say to the father, I'm like, you should have just done it.
Well, no,
Disney's not going to go and go to
I give him credit where credit is due. As a father, he wants to try the legal route.
I understand that, but
so that way he doesn't face any fucking bullshit. But if there is any possibility of bullshit from Disney.
But like I said, Disney's not going to go to. So that tells me if that's going to happen, I'm just like, well, I guess Disney's going to go to every graveyard there is that has any Disney. They're going to tell them to take a tombstone that's probably been up there for like years.
Oh no, they couldn't do that. I mean.
But you know what I'm saying? But they're saying like if they're going to go like that, then that's what they should do. It's like, well, Disney, if you're going to have to let this father do what his thing is, you might as well go to every cemetery in this dang United States country or anywhere, and
Don't mind me. I'm just looking at him like fucking Chris.
Well, what did he do now?
Oh,
just y'all pay attention.
It is not really Chris. It started with Albert, with the whole my sub count over there by my YouTube Mickey Mouse. So everybody now, like Chris now does it like he.
You do 2 more people.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Chris, really?
Well, Chris just kept it going. Albert started it. He was like, it's like it's wrong. It's wrong. It's wrong.
What's on your shirt?
Hair.
No, that might be chalk.
Yeah, it's probably chalk.
Probably chalk or something, or just even fuzz for all I know.
Oh yeah, no, it's probably chalk from this because I got up and.
Yeah. But the thing is, I'm just about to say, guys,
why do it?
Just do it. Just put it on your gravestone. I will ask that, and I don't care. I mean, it's like, then fine, take down my gravestone. But then it's like, but you better go and try to, like, go tell every other gravestone in America to, like, get rid of all their Disney stuff.
Fun fact, these are what I used to make that.
Okay.
Well, we're talking about something, and you're just, like, over there, like, talking about random stuff that we're not even discussing the story.
Because it's the same spiel towards the end that we were spouting. It's, just
do it.
Just do it.
Yeah. Just do it.
Just do it.
I'm to the point where I'm like, just do it. They're not going to go to the graveyard and do that.
Actually, they might, but even if they tried to...
Well, if they do, but then again, it's like...
It would be bad publicity.
Yeah, I was going to say, imagine the backlash if Disney, like, he did it, he put the Spider-Man on there, like, Disney went and either sued him or, like, tried to have the grave removed. that looks bad on you, Disney. That loses you business. That makes your stock go down.
Yeah, because people are like, why do I want to support you guys?
Like, you already look like an asshole as is because this was like, what, he said he was like a 4-year-old? It was a 4-year-old kid who loves Spider-Man.
Right.
So that makes you look a little heartless towards children that have passed away too. I don't know what this kid passed away of, but...
But in any
Well,
ways...
The point is,
or
it's a kid.
Yeah.
This makes you look like you don't like kids because you're not granting his...
Hammy, don't mind. Hammy's usually a nice guy. He's just whining because he's not near Mama.
My dog does not like to be not included in things, and he's on the other side of the door. So if you hear a dog whine, he's not being abused or mistreated. He's just cranky because he's not being included.
And this room is like a no dog zone room because I have so much stuff in here that's still memorabilia. I do not want to take chances.
So he's just grumpy.
He knows we're talking about him. He's making a big deal out of it.
My dog, everybody.
That's Hammy.
Yep. So.
Are you going to talk about the stocks?
Oh yeah, I'm waiting for the next topic.
I think she was just inviting you to bring up the next topic of stocks.
Oh no, I'd have to actually go online and do the research.
Because normally usually by now you have it and be like, hey, stock time.
Oh, I'm sorry. Should I go and do that? Hold on.
God, you need to prepare before you do this.
No, I usually do. No, I usually do.
To be fair, like, none of us woke up until like 10, so.
Well, you two didn't. I've been up since 6 this morning and haven't gone back to bed.
So, anyways, okay. Y'all ready? Okay. It is time. Oh, thank you.
You forgot your ears.
I brought them up here for a reason.
They're too fucking tight.
That's because that's the way they're supposed to stay on. Especially if you wear them on the rides and stuff. That's the reason why they're tight.
Okay. It is time for Disney News with your host, Danny the Mouse.
Oh boy.
Okay. In today's news, Disney stock has went down by 2.38 points.
Oh wow! What were we just talking about? Their stock going down, but okay.
It's currently going down It's currently going down even more.
I know.
It's currently going down more as we speak. It is currently at one. It recently went down the most at 140.18. This really does hurt. It's too tight on my skull.
That's what you get for having a big head.
Yes, my head's so big because my ego inflated.
You look so beautiful.
Fucking Chris, if my head wasn't so big.
Yeah, everybody's gonna say that.
Well, you're not wrong, Chris.
Anyways, so it went down.
I find it uncomfortable.
I don't. It really squeezes at my temples.
Anyways.
You keep getting on this and you just...
I'm sorry, are the sparkly ears distracting you?
Probably.
Yes. Through your sparkly ears cry, help! I'm such a pretty...
Alright, so talk about the stocks!
Stocks are down! There!
Are you good now?
Fucking, you want to yell in my ear about stocks? Fine.
Well, you're the one that just keeps and then goes on to a different
Anyways, they're down 2.38 points. They're currently at $140.31 a share. If you're still in the market, and want to buy a stock, if you're still in the market and want to buy a stock, I would recommend doing so now, before the release of The Lion King. I think it's going to marginally rise about 3 to 5 points, depending. You're an asshole, Cora.
I don't even know what's going on because I turned it off.
You're doing an amazing job, Chris, she says. On my phone. Anyways, if you guys want to buy, be a bull about it. Don't be a bear. For those who don't know, again, in the stocks, being a bear is you take your sweet, sweet time and then you buy it at the right opportunity. Bulls usually rush in head first just because of the namesake. So in this case, act like a bull when buying. Hold it like a bear until the right moment and then sell. Okay, now that is being said, go. What do you have?
Well,
Beady beep beep. Sorry, I always give you that shit. Go ahead.
She looks like she's about to beat you down, so I would shut the hell up.
Go ahead, I'm waiting. So what else do we have in Disney news besides The Lion King? The Lion King. So it's coming out tonight, midnight release. Lindsay here has heard the soundtrack, and from what she's told me, most of the songs are good, but there are two that aren't the best. One was Be Prepared. It was just more dialogue. And the other one being the Can You Feel the Love Tonight, where Beyonce.
I'm sitting like, you're not gonna let me talk, so I'm just like,
I know you're like, alright, it's your turn. Then you just keep going.
Come on then. I'm waiting because you usually cut me off.
I know, but I'm like, you weren't even letting me give me a chance. I'm just making sure because you were like, so they're cutting me off.
No, yeah, you were telling me about the Be Prepared, and I was like, but that's one of the best songs of Lion King.
Yes, yeah, it's there, but it's like one line, and then there's like Be Prepared. That's it. And I'm just, it's like an only 2-minute song because like on the soundtrack it's only 2 minutes, and I'm like,
that's just disappointing.
I'm like, why are you get out of all the scenes, John? And this is the director. It's John Favreau. Yeah, I mean seriously, John, really. Out of all the songs that you can freaking take out, you took Be Prepared pretty much out. I mean, come on. There's other ones.
Circle of Life.
Circle of Life is great.
Still there.
It's still there, but it's still great. Like, at first you think it's like, oh, look, it sounds like the old original. Then you get this new person in. But, I mean, the person's good. I'm not going to say this new person is not bad. They're really good. I'm just saying, but you feel like, at first that's why I thought, oh, it's going to be the same, Circle of Life, because it starts with the da, the same guy or person, whoever it was.
Yeah, I
don't know who sang that part, but yeah. But I'm just like, and now I'm like, but the person's good, so Circle of Life is still there. I mean, you can't get rid of Circle of Life. That's like the opening number to the whole entire movie, basically. And the fun fact, guys, that was the trailer for Lion King there at first. Was the whole, just basically the first part. Yeah, that was the trailer in 94, or around the 90s, whatever.
I think it was 94.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it came out in 94, but like around whenever they decided to
show
it in like
late
theaters.
93 probably.
But it's just like, because I watched, there was a special this last Tuesday on ABC about Lion King. They talked about the past stuff, and then they talked about the Broadway show, and then the new one, of course.
Right.
So, but all in all, but I still can't stand. I can't stand the whole. Can You Feel the Light being a duet the way it was?
Apparently, from what she told me, Beyonce's big fucking mouth overshadowed Donald Glover.
Oh, I love Donald Glover.
He's a good singer. I love his voice. I'm like, I could listen to you all day if you want to start, like, just doing like a little ballad singing. I'm great.
I didn't know he was in the music industry. I didn't know.
Yeah, you didn't know he was under Childish Gambino?
I didn't know that till last year, like the end of the year, and I was like, really? They're the same person?
Yep, they are.
I felt really stupid.
And he's a father, by the way.
Yeah.
He is.
Yeah. He's a father. He's a comedian. He's an actor.
Well, I knew he was a comedian and an actor.
Yeah, he's a singer / songwriter. He is an artist. He's like a multi-plethora of multiple talents.
He's multi-talented. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's so hard to find that.
Hi, Nadina.
Hi, Nadina. And it's so hard to find that kind of talent nowadays.
Yes, Lion Sleeps Tonight's in there. It's in the middle. Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, he could sing. He could dance. He can act. He can. Paint. He can
do almost everything.
He's
just a
he's like
multi-talented person.
Yeah, he's a multi-talented threat in Hollywood, and again, he's so fucking underrated.
And I'm hoping, and like he's saying, I hope he has a boost in career after this movie.
Yeah, you'd think he would, but again, Beyonce with her fucking big ass ego.
Well, I mean, you can hear him singing the Hakuna Matata,
that's
like
fine,
at towards the end. So he's not like totally like
but again,
out of the.
Can You Feel the Love Tonight being a duet? I mean,
and
I understand.
Such an iconic. Okay, you're falling off.
Yeah.
I understand. It's mainly a Nala song.
No, it's not. It's not even
really
Nala.
not.
It was just like a random person that sings. It wasn't. It didn't become a duet with them until like when he says, "There's so many things I need to tell her." Yeah. Like when they're at the water drinking. That's the only time they had that duet. But the rest was just one lady or whoever it was.
Okay, my point is like, to me, this is like Donald Glover's big break. If this is like his make or break moment to get noticed even more. From underrated to at least
but
noticed.
The thing is, we don't know if he wants to be on the singing side or he wants to be on the acting side. We don't know.
I mean,
just in general, what he feels like.
It doesn't matter to me. It's like his big break, at least. And Beyonce is being an egotistical cunt.
But the thing is, he could have sat there and looked at the director and be like, "Hey, I feel like I'm getting undershadowed here. Can you at least tone her down, or
but at the same time,
put me?"
you attach Beyonce's name to someone because she's such a huge name and has such a big popularity.
That's why.
And that's her name on there.
And that's
That'll
what,
bring
even
people
in that little special, they're like, "Oh, we were excited that we got Beyonce."
Yeah,
and
that's what
like,
I was saying. Like,
because like people who aren't fans of The Lion King, they're like, "Oh, but Beyonce's in it. We're gonna go see it for Beyonce." I'm like, I admit I've done that before. I'm like, I don't really want to see this movie, but so and so's in it. And
don't get me wrong, I've done that too.
Yeah,
where it's
I'm
like the movie
guilty of
doesn't sound good, but I will go see it for that actor or that actress because I love them. But it's just like, I'm sorry, it just seems like it evolves around Beyonce. The whole movie is around Beyonce because she even got her own new original song in the movie called Spirit. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a good song. I don't know where it is. I don't know if it's in the movie itself. They said it's in the movie, but I don't know where exactly.
Maybe in the credits for all we know.
For all we know, and I don't care. But I mean, either or.
No, but to me, it's like, again, to me, this is going to be Donald Glover's make or break, and he only thought about, oh, hey, we got Beyonce on it, and it's like,
did she pay you to say that?
Like,
that's what it makes you feel
dude,
like.
No, it's like, dude.
But also, you got Seth Rogen in this movie. You got
but no, this is like right here, right
Key.
here. No, it's like right here.
Genie,
what? Yeah, I know about Aladdin's Genie, whatever.
It's like they're pulling that shit again. Where,
no, I'm sorry. The most
where
for me,
they pulled off, hey, it's Robin Williams in our big fucking Disney movie. Pay attention. Oh, it's Beyonce in the biggest fucking movie. Pay attention.
No, for me, the biggest casting news, like, I respect Beyonce as an artist. I like her, but she's, like, not my favorite. The casting decisions that drew me in, where I was like, well, I didn't want to see the movie, but then I heard, like, oh, well, these people are going to be, I'm like, okay, now I have to see it. Donald Glover. Right. And the fact they brought back James Earl Jones.
I mean, that's probably what I would think that should be
like
revolving around.
As soon as I heard that James Earl Jones was back, I was like, okay, I'm a little more swayed to see this. Like, I still don't want to because I'm not a big fan of live action remakes. I'm not a big fan of overly CGI'd movies. But, like, it's kind of pushing me a little bit more. Like, maybe, like, on a... Like, I don't know if y'all do it around here. Like, on Tuesdays, movies are cheaper.
No, we just...
We don't have a specific day. They're more like just specific hours.
Yeah, all
daily.
So like anything before 5 o'clock, it's $5.
Yep.
After 5 o'clock, it's $7 here around here.
Yeah, ours normally like during the day is like $7, and like at night it's like $10. But no, on Tuesdays all your tickets are $5.
Yes.
I think
that's why I usually go to movies on Tuesdays because $5.
Oh,
right.
You mean?
I don't blame you.
You'd be going here to the movies a lot more than that because again, it's daily.
I mean, it doesn't hurt that I like know all the people.
Well, yeah, no, but it's daily.
Well, the last movie I saw, I paid $2 total for my tickets. So.
Nice. Can you rent the theater for yourself for your own private reasons over there? You can hear.
I could, but like, why would I want to?
I don't find the reason to like. I'll go see it with other people. I don't care. And if they want to look at me like I'm weird because if I'm singing the songs, I don't care either.
Like,
that was the best part about Aladdin is I was like, oh my god, I'm going to be singing. Everyone else was singing too. So I'm like, okay.
But there was literally one time where I wanted to, and I have thought about this, but there was one time where one of the $300 I had left, I actually wanted to take her and go do a private screening and pay for the private screening, like $300, $100 for the, seeing the movie and the $200 for the almost 2 hours to go and see it. So you and I could personally.
What movie theater are you going to if you're going to spend $100 at a movie? Like on a
$100 an hour. It's the Crowley.
No. You said like $200 for the movie.
Well, because I don't know.
But then you said $100 for the movie. I'm like, what are you buying at this movie theater? It's going to cost.
Because I don't know how much it would cost to actually like allow them to do a private screening for a specific movie.
I don't know if they'll. I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
I don't know, but I wanted to personally take her and go and watch Aladdin privately, like pay for the time for the private screening, and then so that way you can belt and sing the entire thing without any fucking shame in your name.
Well, we ended up going at 10 o'clock at night where there's like barely anybody in the theater, and we were fine.
I went to like a 12 o'clock showing, and it was so packed, but again, everyone else there was singing along, so no one cared that we were singing.
I wish we had that around here.
The first time we went, and she tried, people were staring at us like...
Or if we were talking or anything into that effect, somebody would turn around and look at us. So I was like, well, this is bullshit.
Yeah, like, really?
Like, no offense. It's like, I'm sorry. I'm a Disney fan. I don't care. I was almost about to the point where I didn't care. So I was about to belt out all the songs. I don't care if I can sing or not. I will belt it out.
It was just so much fun.
Yeah. I would like to go to something like
my
that.
My heart jumped for joy when I first heard one jumping.
Because we weren't for sure because nobody knew. Unless you listened to the soundtrack before, like I did with The Lion King.
Yeah, but no, we didn't. We were just assuming, okay, there's... From what we've read, from what we've known, okay, there's specific songs, but they didn't tell us what other songs, so we're like...
It was more like...
we're sitting there, okay, this is the market scene, where's one jump ahead?
We were like, wait, like it took a while, but we were waiting. We were waiting.
And then all of a sudden,
and we all got excited. I think you probably see us like with like a kid that keeps everything.
I can see him actually doing that.
Oh, I did.
I
do.
And I did that too. I think I did that too. I think I did it too because I was like, yes. Because he's like, I like when you get surprised. This time I just went with blanket because I was just like, I want to kind of be prepared on the songs. Just kind of want to hear my own thoughts on it.
This goes on the topic of Aladdin and The Lion King. Everyone, before Aladdin even came out, was giving it bad reviews because they're like, it's the not Robin Williams thing, which is...
I'm sorry, you can't bring people back. I'm sorry.
But Aladdin got very bad reviews by the time it was released, and I was like, I wasn't going to see it. I honestly wasn't, because I was like, oh, everyone's saying it's bad. I'm probably
And we were like more pushing people like, go see it. You got to at least give it...
Yeah,
you got to give it a chance.
So me and my friend went and saw it, and I was like, okay, so critically it may be a failure. It did great at the box office. It was a lot of fun. Whereas Lion King, what I'm hearing is it's getting extremely mixed reviews.
Well, and I'm hearing a lot of people are doing the whole nostalgia thing again. Like, I am going to think of the one in animated.
Yeah, that's what the problem was. Is like you and I went in blind.
Pretty much. I mean, still we still have some nostalgia
like,
attachments to
yes.
it, but it's not like it wasn't like...
We didn't heavily critique it. We didn't compare it to... Well, actually, we did.
A lot of the actors in the Aladdin movie, other than Will Smith, I didn't know who anyone was.
I know Naomi Scott.
I didn't know who she was before.
She did, like, she was part of Disney. She did Lemonade Mouth as a Disney Channel movie.
I did see Lemonade Mouth.
Yeah, she's the one that was the Indian one. That's her. And she was in Power Rangers. She was the Pink Ranger.
I didn't know who she was, so for me it was like, you have an
Well, I mean, that's the only two people I know of, like, from movies that I know of her being in, so, you know.
In Aladdin, they did the one extra song, and it was a good song.
Oh, Speechless?
Yes.
I still will listen to that on loop, because I'm like, because it's an empowerment song. I love it. It was just like, yes.
And again, one of my favorite things is, yes, they change up your story, so it's not exactly your childhood, but you know what? You grew up.
But they added their own little twist, and that's what Jon Favreau is doing the same thing.
They made the Sultan not a complete idiot.
Yeah, because I felt in the animated he was too much of a pushover.
Yeah,
like this one was like, I am the Sultan, you know, blah blah blah.
And even then, his change of the heart at the end, where in the animated movie, it just felt like he just kind of. I didn't like his arc in the animated movie. In this one, I was like, this one felt more organic, like he'd actually learned.
Yeah, like he sat there and said, you know what, you're showing me you could be a Sultan without having a man.
Yeah, so for the most part, like the live actions, other than the second Alice in Wonderland, I've been pretty impressed with because I really didn't like that.
Oh, Dumbo. No, Dumbo.
I did not see Dumbo. I refuse to see Dumbo.
Don't even. I wouldn't even let... And it's, like, out on DVD right now. And I'm like,
the closest thing I did is I watched an Everything Wrong with Dumbo, the 20...
Yes.
And I was like, man, I'm kind of glad I didn't see that.
No.
Because this just sounds like a dumpster fire.
It was.
Like, I literally summed it up in a one-sentence review. Colin Farrell and 2 kids save a flying elephant. There you go. I saved you $13.
Or... less or more, whatever you're...
that's literally the summarization of the story in one sentence.
Listen,
Colin Farrell and 2 kids save a flying elephant.
Like Lion King, again, I'll probably go see it like at a matinee just because curiosity.
Hey, Brother Joe.
Hey.
Hello.
Welcome to the Disney podcast.
But that's what I'm just saying. It's like Dumbo was a flop, and I was like, oh, now the rest of them are gonna make me feel like, you know, they're gonna suck. Well, you know, they're gonna suck at first because Dumbo was the start of the live action train for this year.
The thing is, Dumbo wasn't one of their biggest movies ever, though.
Well,
so why did they just make a live action one of that?
Like even back in the night when it came out.
So
but I'll take it for granted because it was during the World War II. Yes, I understand you got to the World War II and you couldn't get overseas.
But then it's also like, are you going to take some of your less popular movies? Like, are you going to make like a live action Pinocchio now?
I'm waiting for that one to happen.
Please don't, because you know it's just going to be a CGI puppet and it's going to be weird.
Yeah. Or they could. I would hope if they did do it. I hope they did like they did with the Jonathan Taylor Thomas one.
I remember that one.
That one. It wasn't Disney, but it was like a Pinocchio, and I was like, that one I can understand. If they did something towards like that, I'm great. I'll be happy to go see it.
You know what I would like to see a live action of, and it's a less popular. Black Cauldron.
Yes.
That would be interesting. But I bet she could be one of those last ones they're going to try to touch.
But I
roughly.
I think the way they are now with the technology and movies and everything, they could do Black Cauldron so faithfully as a live action.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and I agree. They probably could. But they are doing a Lady and the Tramp live action, which is it's not going into theaters. It's going straight to Disney Plus. And they're actually using real dogs.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay, we'll go with it. I'm gonna go watch it because I have to. If you're a Disney animated, you're gonna have to watch a live action difference. What?
You know what I like to see a live action version of? The Great Mouse Detective.
You said, of course, we know that's your favorite movie. Yes, we understand.
You know what else I'd also like to see a live action adaptation of that I wish they would actually fucking do for this new generation? The Rescuers.
I could see that happening. Especially the first one, yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly, because it's New York City, it's in the winter. And
I was thinking more of the Bayou with the Devil's Eye and everything. That would be more fun to see live action.
Yeah, that whole thing, yeah.
Because like that scene...
Oh, the Rescuers Down Under.
No.
I don't mind.
They're in Australia for that one. They have the little girl and they're trying to find...
Oh, yeah, that is the first one.
Because can you imagine that scene is so stressful and heartbreaking in the movie? Imagine seeing that live action, how bad it would tug at your heartstrings.
Oh, yeah. Hell, I mean, Toy Story 4 tugged at my heartstring.
Oh yeah.
I ruined Toy Story 4.
Yeah, she blamed me and she ruined Toy Story 4 for herself.
No, because he said something and I was like, oh, well, I bet you this is what happens. He just kind of looked at me. He's like,
you're not wrong.
He's like, well, you know the ending, and I was like, well, I just saved myself some money.
Yeah. I wasn't gonna lie, but when you see it at, like, if you ever do get like the DVD or if you see it on,
my parents collect the Disney DVD, so I can just like watch it over there one day. So like I'll see it eventually. But I'm not going to go out to the theater to see it now that I've ruined it for myself.
Well, no, I'm just talking like that, or if you get the Disney Plus or something, you know, or whatever.
I do want to get Disney Plus, again, mostly for the Marvel stuff.
I do want to get because I want to see all the old movies. Maybe I don't have in my collection, but I still want to watch, you know? So it's like,
yeah.
You know, so, but it's like, but with all these live actions, people need to walk in blind. They don't need to go in with the nostalgia glasses on. I'm sorry, yes, it's already been made, woohoo, but the thing is, and I had to laugh when they sit there and said, oh, Lion King is an original story, and I'm like, no, it's not. Did you realize you guys like kind of got it off from Hamlet? It's basically
it's legit Hamlet.
Yeah, and they're just like, oh, it's original. I'm like,
even then, apparently, it's ripped off of another lesser-known children's story, like
Kumo or something. I don't know, but yeah,
so
that
it's
too.
It's still a rip-off of a rip-off of a
rip-off. But I like
they
kept saying it's an original. I'm like, no, guys, I'm sorry. I don't know where you think you got original from, but it's not original.
It's not.
At least the storyline is not.
Say it's been inspired by.
Yeah, like why can't you just? How hard is it to say inspired?
Exactly, because
most of these Disney movies are inspired by other, especially the princess ones are all like already pre-stories before Disney touched them. So it's like, but the thing is, it's like, I don't know, but I'm gonna say the cast for Lion King is good besides Beyonce because I just feel like it's just too much on Beyonce. Yeah, it's nothing against her. I like her as like whatever she is, what she does, but to me it feels like it's a cash grab for Beyonce.
Yeah, they are pushing her so far into the foreground that I'm just like, okay, you know what, we get it. She's in it. That's nice.
Oh, but it was even pretty bad when I was watching the whole thing I told you about on Tuesday. They did. Beyonce wasn't even part of the cast. She did her own little like interview somewhere else, like in England when they had that premiere. She was all by herself, but she wasn't with the cast like everybody else was. Oh, yeah. I'm like, how? Really? That tells you you're too much egotistical. If you can't even do with everybody else, the cast group, but you have to, you're by yourself.
Well, she has the biggest name attached to it, so.
I know, but that's what I'm just getting at.
Yeah, like, don't portray the diva attitude that much. It's ridiculous.
And more or less too. I know they're trying to make it different and stuff like that, but they're putting Nala too much front forward when she really wasn't in the original.
I was about to say, even. Yeah, the animated Nala's not that. She's
not a main character.
I'm saying she's not an important character, not in the fact that she's not important, because she is kind of a driving point. Yeah. But it's like you have her for a little bit as a kid at the beginning, and then you have her a little bit as an adult at the end. She's not a key player.
Like she's not
a prominent character. She's a key player, but she's not prominent.
Right.
Put more emphasis on Simba, on Mufasa, because Mufasa is like the catalyst of this whole thing. Give me the emphasis on Scar, Timon, Pumbaa. Yeah. Those are like the big few you need to focus on. Because they're there majority.
Yeah, no, it's not. And I know they're trying to make the female empowerment, but it's like technically even the original she's not. She's not a
She's just there.
She's just there to like, hey, I'm gonna push you along.
Like, hey,
and I'm a love interest. I'm pushing you along.
Like, hey, things are bad, come back, okay.
So it's just yeah. Well, even Freaky is a little bit more of a main character than Nala. Yeah. Because he's another driving force through the whole thing too, but I don't know. But the songs are kind of like some of them are good, and then there's like two that are just like I don't care.
Yeah, I'm going to it blind. I have not heard any of the songs.
Yeah, but look what I said, like how they ruined some of them. I'm like, I'm wondering. I kind of have a feeling wondering why they probably minus the whole "be prepared" because of the whole Nazi thing. Somebody probably made a big deal about it at some point. but it's funny. They still show the animated version on TV. I'm like, oh, but you can make a big deal about Dumbo and the Black Crows. But oh my God, it's okay to watch freaking Nazi hyenas on TV.
Hyena Nazis.
But it's like, what's the difference, guys? What is that difference? Because I just didn't see that. I was like,
yeah,
it's okay. I'm throwing out my hands on the whole shit on that because it's like I'm done.
You're sure?
I can't really make any more judgments until I've actually sat down and watched the movie.
Yeah, so I'm excited for Monday. Monday, guys, me and Dan are at least gonna go see it on Monday.
I'm going home tomorrow, so
yeah,
I'll probably see it next Tuesday because I actually haven't. No, I work on Tuesday, but I can just walk from work to the theater. So
there you go. But yeah, so I think Monday we're gonna go see, and that's next podcast. We'll be talking about Lion King. So if you guys don't want spoilers, I suggest don't show up.
Yeah,
that's
so
my suggestion.
the next Thursday we're gonna be doing the Lion King review. Fully spoiler.
Well, it'll be spoilers, but we're not gonna try to do we're not gonna try what we did with Aladdin and told you the whole entire movie.
Yeah,
so we're gonna be like doing
I
like
really
we
went in depth, almost scene by scene with that one.
Even then, it's like this movie technically has been out for about 20 years.
25 years.
Yeah, you know the basic plot. This is just there are going to be things that are added.
Castlevania, it's a real good game.
No. But anyways, back to this. What we're doing now is talk about a live action movie. We're going to talk about The Little Mermaid. There has been 2 more confirmed characters found their whatever actor, whatever you want to call it. But there's 2 confirmed characters they got are besides Halle Bailey for Ariel.
Halle Bailey?
Halle Bailey. I don't know how you say her.
When I first read that, I thought they said Halle Berry because like, isn't she a little old?
No, like, she's like one of those that just never ages.
I was like, oh, Halle Bailey.
Yeah.
Who's Halle Bailey?
The only thing I know her from is she plays on Grownish. It's on the show. It's on Freeform. So that's about as much as I know of her.
I don't watch television, so.
And that's the only reason why I know her. I don't watch the show either, and I don't watch television because we don't have television here. We just do Hulu and Netflix.
I don't know.
But I get it from work because we watch the channel.
My thing about the whole Little Mermaid, can she sing? Yeah, good, she's in.
Well, everybody says she can. Everybody's like, oh, she was part of this and this. I'm like, but I
just don't want another Emma Watson. Like, I love Emma Watson. I respect her as an actor, but she did not sing in Beauty and the Beast. She kind of talked.
It's auto-tuned.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'm like,
so like, I'll give her credit. She tried. She was not good.
No, they could have picked
Hey,
it
Eric.
better. Hi, Eric.
Hi, Eric.
But the thing is with that, it's like I want to know what she sings, but I know people are like, oh, she's part of this and this. But it's like, yeah, guys, but it's like saying to me, you're telling me Donald Glover can sing, but you only know him as Childish Gambino, and he raps basically.
Oh my God!
So you don't know like with the different styles if they can sing it because
someone was stupidly oblivious to the idea too. And what you saw a tweet on it where someone was just like, oh, Donald Glover is in the movie, but they had Childish Gambino on the thing. It's like, you're a fucking moron.
Yeah, it was some weird thing about it, but the thing is,
thanks, Eric.
Again, to be fair, I didn't know they were the same person until last year.
Well, I know, I understand some people because you don't know.
I'd never heard of him until he came out with This Is America, so I'm like, oh, this, and I was like, he looks like Donald Glover, and then my friend's like, you do realize it is Donald Glover, and I was like, oh, that explains a lot.
That looks like Donald Glover.
Good old Subway Joe for educating.
But anyway, so we all know the Ariel, and everybody's all making a big deal out of Ariel. Whoop-de-doo. Anything news in the news, that's whatever. But they have Jacob Tremblay as Flounder, which, if anybody doesn't know, he played the kid in Wonder, because that's probably the reason what they know of his work, would be Wonder. He played the kid with the deformity of his face and stuff like that. So that's who's playing Flounder, which I thought that would be a good cast.
I think that's a good idea.
He's a pretty good actor, good of a kid and stuff. So I'll go with him.
Didn't he get nominated for an Oscar or get some kind of recognition for another? He did a movie called Room before he did Wonder. Brie Larson won an Oscar for her performance in that, but I think he got a lot of high accolades for his portrayal. Right. It was basically a mom and her son trapped in a room, quite literally. But yeah, he's at such a young age. He's only 12 years old.
But yeah.
And he's getting so much praise for how amazing he is as an actor.
You're like, I'll get over there.
He just does his own thing and doesn't tell anyone.
Oh, yay, I hit a milestone. Yay.
So that's why I went.
So, you don't. Okay. So I think as Flounder, I'm good with that.
Yeah, and Flounder's the
He-
kiddish
Yeah,
one
he's
anyway.
got the childish innocence and the childish wonder. So like, I think that's a great decision.
Yeah, so I agree with that. That one's I agree.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
But then they have Scuttle, but it's Aquafina. I had no idea who this person is.
Did you see Ocean's 8?
No, I did not.
Aquafina is, she's an actress. She was in Ocean's 8. She did that. No, that wasn't her. That was someone else. She's basically, I first found out her, like, she's kind of a comedian. She was on, like, Nick Cannon's something or other where they just, like,
Wild 'N Out.
Yeah, Wild 'N Out. So she's kind of like a comic. She's kind of like, she's branching into acting. She was in Crazy Rich Asians. She's making a name for herself as an actor.
Actress.
Oh, I think you're supposed to say actor in general, but I don't care.
Oh, I don't really
Actor,
care.
actress,
Whatever.
Like, she started off small and she's grown to where she's getting to be a bigger name in the acting scene. And I've seen some of her work and she is good. My issue though is the things I've seen her in, she always plays like coarse, crass, like I can't think of a good word. But like the younger generation, like
it's hard.
yeah. The point is like I don't picture her as the voice of Scuttle.
And then the thing is, I'm kind of like, I understand we're doing this like whole equality bullshit, but the thing is, why are you changing genders on a character that was based?
Scuttle was such an iconic voice.
Buddy Hackett. That's who the voice of Scuttle was back in 1989, which he was a very long time comedian because he did a lot of stuff way back like in the 50s and 60s and stuff like that. But I'm just and you know we're probably going with the nostalgia glasses on, but I would thought they would probably pick somebody just a little. Nothing against Aquafina. I'm not. I don't know her.
I'm not opposed to a female Scuttle. I'm opposed to such a young female Scuttle because I always pictured Scuttle as kind of the older.
Like he's been
I
around.
say wiser in quotation marks because he was kind of an idiot.
He was idiot, yes, but he's seen a lot, so it's like it felt like he was like that land grandpa basically telling Ariel that this is what I know with this because she brings all this stuff up. Then that some of the stuff
like, this is a snarfblat.
Yeah, or that's a dinglehopper.
Yeah,
but it's like stuff that probably has been around for ages, for all we know. You know.
Yeah, for me, I would prefer someone who's maybe in their late 40s or 50s that has maybe that more paternal or maternal feeling to it. Whereas Aquafina, I think she's actually younger than we are.
Right.
Probably, most likely.
So I'm like, are you trying to make Scuttle more hip and more relatable? Because that's not at all what the character of Scuttle is.
To what we think, and like what we grew up with it.
But it may be the nostalgia glasses. I'll give you that.
But yeah, and I understand that. But but I agree with you. I feel like he was a character because he knew everything. Because you could bring something from a sunken ship that's probably been down there for who knows how long.
And he'd be like, oh, this is what this is.
Even though it's not the correct thing, but still, like, you know, he would at least give her an idea of what it could be. So it's just like, I'm kind of like, I don't know who she is, so I can't sit there and judge her. And then, like what you said, you kind of know who she is and you're thinking like that.
I'm not, like, she's okay, but, like, I'm not a fan.
So I can't really...
Like, I wouldn't go out of my way to see her movies, but, like, if she's in it, I'm already planning to see it, I'll be like, fine.
Right.
Okay, for those who are unaware and also in the news, last week, I think, either last week or the week prior, one of the Descendants cast member, Cameron Boyce.
Okay, can we... We'll discuss that after we're done with this.
You drag out a huge leap.
No, I was almost about done, but you
we're about done.
I was going to talk about the other possible cast.
Well, we'll see the Cameron Boyce thing real quick, and then we'll go to
okay.
Yeah, let's finish with the Little Mermaid because there's still more talks about some characters and stuff, even though they're not.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't.
Yeah.
I thought you were going because you're like.
No, we were discussing Aquafina.
I'm sorry then.
Yeah,
pay attention.
I don't want to pay attention. To me, it's just like water in the ears.
Well, okay, then also, whatever. They're still talking about Melissa McCarthy being Ursula. It's not being official. They're not saying she's in the negotiations or stuff. They're just trying. I don't know if it's going to be successful at any point in time.
I don't think Melissa McCarthy would be a good choice for Ursula.
Neither do I.
Do you know who I think would be a good choice? Rebel Wilson.
No,
you should. No, you. Watch her do Poor Unfortunate Souls in the Hollywood Bowl. You'd be impressed.
Okay, I'm sorry. For me
But I understand where she's saying no too. I understand she did it. I did see that. And she did good.
She looks more or less like a version of Ursula if you do.
But the thing is with Ursula and how that character came to be is basically a man in drag.
Yeah.
Basically.
That's why I'm actually okay with it. You want to put a man as Ursula?
So
fine.
why not get like Josh Gad then?
Huh?
I would love Josh Gad as Ursula, to be fair. I think he would be amazing.
But then again, I don't know.
That's like when you were putting it like that, I'm like, then why not just get Josh Gad then?
But the thing is,
like,
with that one is because Josh Gad is too much of a comedian.
And he's more associated with Frozen, because his voice is pretty iconic
And
well.
also LeFou from Beauty and the Beast. But he's more that character is just more like that funny character. I cannot see him being
relief.
Yeah, he's that. I don't see him being a villain. Nothing against him.
That's how Ursula is, though. She's a little bit sarcastic and snarky. She has a tiny bit of humor in her.
No, but I'm
she's
saying Josh Gad for me,
Mm-hmm.
yes, he's the legit comic relief. He's not the sarcastic or snarky type. He's more comedic.
Yeah, like, you're funny. You just make up a stupid line. Like, he would be more like a Scuttle than I would say
I could see him as
That's
Scuttle.
what you guys see him as. What happens if you give him that role? How would he perform?
Well, and that's what I'm not trying to say if it did happen.
It made you think.
I mean, I hadn't thought about Josh Gad. Yeah, I'll give you that.
Yeah,
but the thing is with that. But I just think because of too much of what he's been doing, he hasn't even got himself a chance to be in anywhere
with his
else.
Associations, yeah.
But that's his association.
But it's like for me personally,
give him a different role. He'll probably
But
pull
also,
it off.
I'm thinking they're taking a break on him anyways because of too many. Well, and plus
it's Frozen 2 is going to come out. He's in that.
So they probably.
And it's also maybe they did consider him, but like he has other stuff going on, so
that
he couldn't.
Sorry, it sounded like I heard Kid's voice in the background.
You're probably hearing this.
Oh.
It's the chair.
For me personally, I don't like Melissa McCarthy. I've seen several of her movies. I don't think she's funny. I don't care for her.
I mean, I like her. Like, it depends on what movie it is. There's some that she tries.
Bridesmaids. I saw the one where she played the mom who went back to college. I've seen a couple of other things.
Apparently, you have a pretty voice. Nadina says she'd listen to you sing "Poor Unfortunate Souls."
Bitch, I can sing "Poor Unfortunate Souls."
But anyways, no. But like I said, like with her, yes. Like it depends on with her movies. It's a hit and miss with Melissa McCarthy. With any of her movies, it's a hit and miss.
Well, like Bridesmaids was the biggest movie that year. I don't remember exactly what year. I hated it.
Okay,
I thought it was awful.
So
I didn't really care for it.
Who do you ladies think would best fit Ursula then? Not Melissa McCarthy, not Rebel Wilson.
Titus Burgess.
Yeah, and he was thrown into the hat there for a minute because
I saw a video on Facebook where he was talking about I used to do Little Mermaid. I think he said
probably Sebastian.
Thank you, Sebastian, on Broadway.
Right.
And when my time as Sebastian came to an end, he thought about it and he said, I want to be Ursula. So he talked to the producers and directors like he wanted to audition and they said no for whatever reason I don't remember. And he's like, I thought I would have made a great Ursula.
Well,
and he started singing Poor Unfortunate Souls, and it wasn't the original version that I was expecting. It was more of like a slower, but he had that nice, sinister, little menacing edge, and I was like, I'm sold. I want him. I want him as Ursula.
Well, and that's what I'm trying to say. And nobody goes back to the whole.
So he's he heavyset?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a larger man.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know who she's talking.
Yes.
So then it's probably racism. Knowing Disney more times than not.
I think it has to do with because even though they didn't say it when they created A Little Mermaid, like how Ursula was made, it has to do with like a man dressed as drag kid.
Disney, I don't think they want to.
Come on, again, if they're going for diversity and shit, give a man a chance to dress in drag.
Well, technically they had that in Beauty and the Beast.
Exactly.
After the closet attacked him, and he was just like, I'm pretty.
But other than that, but that was a subtle thing, like and
Angelina Jolie, she's already Maleficent, so
yeah. But if you're thinking about it, guys, I'm not trying to be mean, but Ursula can't really be skinny. She has to be that heavy. If she's not heavy,
she's got to have the voluptuous.
That girl is thick.
Yeah.
She was the definition of thick before thick was even a thing.
Right. That's true.
And even then, remember when she's doing the song and she turns out, you see her back fat rolls.
Yeah, you see her back fat, and she kind of like boom, boom.
Body language.
Yeah.
But I think it's like the first character we actually had, even for villains.
Stewie would play Ursula. I mean, he's got the back folds for it.
Who?
Stewie. He'll play Ursula.
He probably would.
I'd be down for
unfortunate soul.
And then a toaster goes across the screen.
Yeah. Throws a toaster across the stage. Those poor unfortunate souls. Fucking toasters flying, yelling. So sad, Pink. Ow! It's true.
No, even then there's a line where she says, in pain. Ow! Yeah, I am now.
Yeah, like... The Ursula experience, truly interactive. Watch out for those toasters. Bring a hard hat.
Oh, God.
But, I mean, there's a lot of people that could probably play Ursula, but people don't realize
Or
like
even then, take a chance on an unknown.
that too. That's how it happened with Hairspray with Tracy Turnblad. There's always going to be a new Tracy Turnblad because they always have to find somebody new because that's how the role went. It was somebody new. I don't know what's going on. So
Ugly Stewie, a friend is drawing me as a superhero called Toaster.
Bum-ba-da-bum! Toaster!
Oh, is he in here?
Yes.
Hi, Ugly Stewie, by the way.
Toaster man!
I didn't know he was here. If I'd known he was here, I would have made the comment about the toaster. I feel a
Wait,
little,
what did he say before? He said,
feel a little
we
bad.
laugh aloud. Oh.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But like I said, Ursula hasn't been cast yet. It's more like they're trying to get Melissa McCarthy, but it doesn't mean she's fully there.
And it's the same thing.
Here's a better question. Can Melissa McCarthy even sing?
See, that's my
That's another
question.
thing.
Because I have never heard her sing ever
No.
And
in
again,
my life.
Ursula's got another iconic voice. You gotta have that deep alto voice. You cannot have someone who's a soprano sing it.
Right,
Yeah.
and that's true. She's more that.
Because it's literally,
blah.
like that
Yeah.
low, like, oh, those poor
Like
unfortunate
she's she could borderline
so
a tenor.
Right,
It's
right.
true. Like, yeah, it's just
But
like,
that's what I'm trying to say.
very,
Even her
very-
character is supposed to be a guy
Well,
dressed
like,
in
yeah,
drag.
She was
basically.
based on Divine.
Yeah,
but again,
Divine at the time.
Even in that song, like, you hear it's small altos, but more baritone.
No.
Well, female.
Never mind. I'll explain vocal ranges to you later.
Sorry, thank you. But it's more like
No.
it's very little
It's
highs
basically
and lows.
Alto would be here, the lowest female register. Then it would be like tenors, and then baritone's like between a bass and a tenor. So
Yeah.
if you are a woman and you are singing baritone, you have got some amazing vocal cords.
I
Yeah.
gotta show you the Guinness Book of World Records. Then there's a woman who sung a D2. No, it's like one of the lowest baritones.
I mean, there are women who
And
can
yeah,
sing it, but for the most
She
part,
literally
Yeah.
goes, oh, like fucking high, like oh.
Yeah,
And I'm
some
like,
women have that.
some
It's
women
not.
have the deep register.
Yeah, it's not like anything new.
But I'm saying Melissa McCarthy. I don't like her personally. I think she's great for comedy. I will give her that.
Toaster Hammer. And
That's what I'm
Blades
trying
of
to say.
Toast.
She's a hit and
Yeah.
miss actress. No offense to her, she's a hit and
Rebel
miss.
Wilson. I like her in some aspects, but I'm afraid she would go a little too over the top with it.
Nah, I
try to
yes,
make it more of a
I can
full-
agree with you. When watching her do the Hollywood Bowl performance, it was good. It was.
And we
but
know
it,
she can sing. Like
yes,
I'm down
and
for her
we-
being.
Yeah.
right, but some parts, yeah, were a little over the top. They were a
And
little
while
more.
Ursula is over the top, she's not that over the
Yeah,
top.
but like,
yeah, it's more
but
like her
she
sarcastic
set up
coming
her
out.
like. But seeing her in the dress and like how she prepared herself, she looked the part. Just make her purple, and she could pull it off really well.
I see more Ursula. It might be a 50-50 of CGI on Ursula.
There's gonna have to be some CGI.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's not going to be.
It's gonna have to be for the big fight scene too.
Well, obviously.
Well, obviously.
Well, even
you
then they
can't-
can just green screen it and use her and use
Yeah.
miniatures.
True, but it's probably be a lot easier to do it with CGI though.
Well, that's what I'm trying to say.
Just
Most
'cause
like
it's
I'm
one
gonna
continuous
say
scene.
most of the mermaids and all the characters are gonna be mostly CGI unless they're on land.
Yeah.
So more or less like
Where are my
Found-
pets? Wouldn't you like to know?
But also, guys, there's one more character there. It's kind of like almost confirmed, but not quite yet. But they're in negotiations to get Harry Styles to play Prince Eric.
Who's Harry Styles again?
He
The
played
kid
in
from
One
One
Direction.
Direction.
Okay.
He was the one with the curly long hair for a little while.
Oh,
I
okay,
know
okay.
two
Like
of
I
the
was
One
like, okay,
Direction
I'm trying to
kids
think about
are.
all the members, and I'm like,
He was the mostly he was like the tallest one, I think. Out of them, I think. A little bit more like, yeah, but he had like the curly long hair.
Yeah.
He had the long hair there for a while. Like towards the end of the One Direction career.
Like
we'll go
I know who Harry is and I know who Zayn is. Other than that, I'm like,
Oh, I know all of them. I could tell you who they are, but like I said, I'm not really like I like One Direction, but I'm not like
yeah,
But
I'm not
all
well,
right.
now the movie officially sucks since now that he's in it.
you know what? I don't want to diss Harry Styles because really
That's
I haven't seen too many of him acting.
He doesn't have that many acting credits. He's mostly known for One
Look,
Direction.
to be honest
Well,
with you,
the only thing he did in a movie that I know of is Dunkirk,
Yeah.
and that's it.
Yes.
That's all you see.
Yes, Dan.
to be honest with you, give him an honest chance. There are some singers that you would never expect to be really good actors. Case in point, if you like Sephiroth in the Kingdom Hearts series, he was voiced by Lance Bass from NSYNC. And you never expected someone with that voice just to pull off this dark, menacing character.
Well, Lance Bass is a very talented bass singer.
Yeah.
Yes, but I mean,
he's got the voice.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you never imagine him just like cloud and like this dark, like ominous, like. And I fell in love. I'm like, oh, who did his voice? And I read the credits, Lance Bass. I'm like.
But also,
like,
too, guys, that makes me kind of excited too. With if they're adding Harry Styles as Prince Eric,
is Prince Eric getting a song?
He does have a song in the Broadway show, so that's why I'm wondering if they're going to add some of the Broadway music to this Little Mermaid. If they're adding somebody that can sing, so that gives me the hope, like, oh, because I love that song. It's called Her Voice. He sings that song. It's like Her Voice.
I'm saying,
and it's a really good song in the Broadway show because I've seen the Broadway show of the Little Mermaid.
I'd give him talent. I'll give him his chance. I'll give him his spotlight, as long as he doesn't pull an Emma Watson.
Yeah. Well,
no one can pull.
No, so the thing is, we know he can sing.
Yeah, so we know he can sing. I'm talking about her acting too, because her acting wasn't up to par.
Yeah, her acting was a little wooden.
Yeah, because everyone else sold it. They sold the movie. Even the guy who fucking played the father sold it.
Kevin Kline?
Kevin Kline sold it.
And also, fun fact, guys, Kevin Kline was the voice of Phoebus in Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Yes.
The guy who played Beast fucking sold it. I don't even know who that guy is.
James Stevens, he's from Downton Abbey.
He sold it. Like everybody else, even the fucking cast members around who play just random,
paired characters basically.
Yeah,
that came out of nowhere.
Yeah, random go-buyers or whatever the fuck you want to call them.
Like my prejudice against Beauty and the Beast after I saw it twice in the theater.
Yeah, hers was just dead. It felt like a.
No, my thing at the first time I saw Gaston. It's one of
oh
my
God,
songs
no!
that's so
If Justin Bieber's playing anything,
I love Gaston. That was like the best Gaston.
My major complaint after Life is I wanted what I had.
Yeah,
in
even
the
the guy who played Gaston sold it.
Because I liked how what's his face, Luke Evans did it. I would give him credit. He did a great Gaston. He sang greatly.
And he did he sold me as Gaston as being an asshole.
For
basically.
me, it was I liked the voice of Gaston. I liked that. I just thought the voice, the deep tenor, almost bass fit better from the animated version. And then it wasn't as over the top as the animated version, but what they did was great. Especially having LeFou in there, like slipping people money to get the other people to join. At the end, he's like, I just realized I'm illiterate and I never learned how to read or spell.
Yeah, adding a little bit to the song. But I like it, but they had that little moment of like no singing, but they did a dance and it was really cool. I like that because I like that because I was like, dun, dun, and I want to sit there and dance with them. But then,
bring back Emma Watson, I'm like, oh.
I can easily describe Emma Watson's performance.
But like even like okay, for example, like I can understand where you guys are coming from because at first I didn't see it until now with her acting. I understood the singing, but when the song where she reprised the Belle song, that villain, you're supposed to feel like I'm trapped and stuff, but she didn't feel trapped. She just felt like
she felt so happy.
Yeah, I was like, you gotta feel
the way
like
she was singing it and the inflection in it. I was like, you want to get
out
of here, but she's so really happy to be here.
But yeah, but that's how I see it with her. After I read it, because I realized that scene, it's supposed to make you feel like I'm trapped, I'm alone, I'm like this. But she just felt like she was.
That's gonna be my joke for every Disney movie, live action movie. At least don't Emma Watson it, because for singing it was auto tuned. For acting, you Megan Foxed it. Yeah, pretty much if Megan Foxed it, you were dead inside. Like, I'm just here to read my lines and look pretty.
She didn't really have a good emotional range. Everyone else hammed it up, and she was just kind of.
Well, it's a mixture of the director's fault, but it's also the actor that you pay. They're supposed to do their job. And if you're some big name celebrity who's got a big fucking ego, you don't care about what the director says. You just want to do what you feel like doing. Either way, you're going to get paid. Because, hey, if they can find somebody else, well, you're looking for me as this cast, I'm going to do it my way. And that director's going to be like, oh, well, fucking fine. I don't give a shit. Just do your stupid shit.
Or sometimes they'll be like, they have no choice, the directors don't, because, you got the other big people. They're probably sitting there thinking, like, they are a main attraction. You better not piss them off. If you piss them off, you lost your job.
Yeah.
So I can see that happen, especially with Bob Iger. No offense. I see that with Bob Iger. It seems like with all these live actions, it has to be at least one or maybe two big name people have to be in that movie. That's what it seems like with Bob Iger, because so it can make him money because like, oh, we can get these people because look, we got Beyonce. Oh, we got this person. You
got to make the star happy. Well, then you don't want to suffer from a DC thing and a Marvel thing where you have to go back and do reshoot after reshoot and recasting after recasting.
Yep.
Because on a semi-related topic, because Disney did just acquire Fox, The Dark Phoenix was a god-awful movie. I wish I hadn't paid money to see it.
Yep.
But on the topic of reshoots, you could tell by the end that it wasn't the same story because they had to go back, like they'd finished the movie. And it didn't test well with audiences. They went back and changed the ending to something completely different. And it was so clear that the actors had phoned it in that it was just like, I don't want to see that happen to something like The Little Mermaid, where they have to go back and redo the ending and reshoot it to the point where nobody wants to do it anymore.
Right.
It's like, I just don't want that, because that would be awful to ruin a movie that's nostalgically amazing and is giving this chance at a new life with a new audience.
Buffering.
Yeah, look. No connection. Oh, there we go.
I was say it's green.
No, it's shown on mine. It said no connection. It was, so then it's YouTube's end.
Yeah, but because
Yeah.
we're green over here. I'm like, I have it all up. It's
Yeah.
green. It doesn't show anything
Yeah, because
different.
mine it literally showed buffering and then said no connection, so I had to hit the refresh to retry.
Well, refresh, guys, if it's still doing that.
Refresh. You
But-
just missed a rant about the Dark Phoenix. It's fine.
Okay, and also there's another tidbit news for Disney that I saw that I posted a story. They are in talks of doing a live action Pocahontas.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, who do you
Well,
think
this
would
could
be?
go-
And me and my friend had a, because I discussed this at work, or I showed him, and my friend, commented like, oh, like, no, somebody that didn't ask. Now, my question is with this Pocahontas movie, live action, are we going to do like they did with Mulan? Are they going to go with the actual true story? Or are we going to play the Disney?
I don't think they
It's
can
gonna
go with the
be
true
it's
story.
gonna be a mixture of the true story up until a certain point, and then they're gonna Disneyfy
Well,
it
they
because of
could do the true
cruel-
story, but they will
Okay,
age
okay.
her up.
Okay, the thing is, which one are we going by the true story? There's two true stories. that you
I know,
can do.
I know. So for those who don't know, there's a. So she's not really married to whatever his name was, John Smith.
Johnson.
She met him
John
at.
Well, okay,
yeah, she met him at a very young age,
Yes,
really young. Like,
so it
what,
wasn't
7,
like
8?
she never had any feelings towards John Smith, like romantic, like the Disney movie shows. It was more like a brother per se or something, or like an uncle or a father figure type thing, because he taught her how to talk English, basically. So it was more like that. She was only like, and that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, she was like 10, 12 years old.
I thought
No,
she was
actually-
younger, like 7, 8.
She was actually 7, 8 when they met.
Oh, I always heard she was like 10, 12.
Okay,
Wow.
that's
that
what I'm
makes
trying.
That makes
Okay,
it all
okay.
more...
Now, see, this is what I'm getting at, because I'm telling you that there's two true stories that everybody, you got the American side of the true story, which is hunky dory, whatever. Then you got actually her people wrote a book about her story that nobody really knows unless you go to Jamestown itself in Virginia and go to the museum. I found this book. I don't have it now, but I did have this book. It's small, but it has a lot of freaking information in it, like in just this small little. It's about that thick of a book,
Wow.
but it has different information that you thought you knew the Pocahontas story when you learned in history
'Cause
at school.
Yeah, even they like, oh yeah, when
But
she
again,
was...
history is always written by the victors.
Yeah.
And in this
So, but the thing is, the baby she had supposedly with John Wolfe, it's not his baby. She had to force marry John Wolfe, and John Wolfe wouldn't marry her unless she changed her name to
Rebecca.
Rebecca.
Yeah, she had
But
to
the
take a
thing
Christian
is,
name.
that kid that she was carrying wasn't John Wolfe's kid. It was her captor that raped her.
Oh, well, they're clearly not going to put that part into the Disney
I know,
movie.
but that's what I'm just trying to say. You got two sides of the story that nobody really knows.
Mhm.
And she actually does have 2 kids. By the way, nobody knows. She did actually marry.
Wasn't she killed too?
She... Supposedly,
But
what I
like-
heard was she died of like an illness.
Yeah, so.
Oh, okay.
But if you want to consider, they did kind of kill her because they took her to a place
Where
where.
they forced her to go to England, where she married him, and
No, she didn't. She married John Wolfe at Jamestown.
oh, okay.
But they
But yeah,
went.
living
They had to
in
go meet
England,
the king and queen of.
Yeah, after being at sea for so long and then living in a new place, like you're susceptible to the germs there because you're not used.
Well,
to
she
them.
died of smallpox.
Yeah.
That's what she died from. But that's what I'm just saying. You could go like 50-50, like, yeah, they kind of killed her, but then again, it really wasn't. It was just a disease. But,
Yeah.
but you could play it any way around. But nobody knows. She does have 2 kids, by the way. She did actually marry, in her Indian thing, she did actually marry Kocoum, that we see in the first movie. She had a son with him. And they kept that son hidden for so many years. And they said the living blood relative that's living today to Pocahontas like that, on that side, is Wayne Newton.
What? Out of all the people in the world, it had to be Wayne Newton.
Yes.
Who's Wayne Newton?
He's
a singer.
He's a singer in Las Vegas.
Yeah, he's kind of like a cheesy lounge act.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's what I know is a living relative as of today from the Pocahontas, from the Pocahontas son
That's
line.
interesting to know.
So but that's what I'm trying to say. There's like a two-sided stories, but Pocahontas. That's what I'm trying to say. What?
Nothing. Just keep talking.
And then there was another casting announcement, or not announcement, but like negotiation that you and I both saw this morning.
Congratulations, Pink Lady. You've increased in subs in one stream alone. We went from 147 to 153.
That's
Good. But anyways, it's like I am appreciative, guys. Don't get me wrong, I am. But I'm like, but when I get in my Disney
we're so
mode,
passionate about Disney right now.
when I'm in my Disney mode, I tend to just want to keep with the Disney mode. But I am appreciative, guys. Thank you for subbing.
But we were talking about the possibility of King Triton being cast. Or
yeah. Well,
do they want to play?
Yeah, because it's not. It's not. I consider when it gets closer and when they're in negotiations, like with Harry Styles, that's like negotiations. So it's kind of like you're halfway
But
there,
it's
but
also
you
like,
still
I kind of want to know what people would think because like when I heard the name, I was like, I could be okay with it. But then it also boils down to, but can he sing?
Who?
Well, King Triton doesn't really sing unless you go to the Broadway show. He does sing.
Yeah.
But in the original movie, he doesn't sing.
Oh God, no, no. Sui just read on Facebook that we now have a live
Yes,
action
I already know that. I already knew about the Treasure Planet one.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
No.
Yeah.
Why? No.
I think we're also getting like a live action Atlantis.
And there's actually been talks that there might be doing a live action Snow White, but the princess is going, like the girls who play Snow White was going to be Oriental.
Okay.
Well, they were trying to think of her as Snow White, but that one's
As
kind of
long
like.
as you have Warwick Davis involved, I don't care.
But the thing is, it's like I'm sitting here thinking they're all playing around with the Renaissance age at this moment.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, thank you. You're not touching. If they touch the gold or silver age, I'm going to be pissed unless they keep up with the same because.
Well, I mean, they did Cinderella.
But they did good. You got to at least have a good.
I
mean, it wasn't like I know it's
back.
not like it wasn't like the greatest, but it still wasn't bad. They still kind of kept the storyline. They
Yeah,
added a little
It
plot
was
holes.
okay. Like I liked.
I have a feeling
Because I like the prequel where they talked about her mother and her father.
I'm gonna laugh if people rewatch this and be like, he's right, but I have a weird feeling in my gut they're going to do a Snow White and they're gonna have Megan Fox cast it as Snow White because she looks.
No.
Who?
Megan
I have-
Fox, the chick from Transformers.
I didn't hear what the name you
because
said.
the similarities in Snow White's face and.
One, she's too old, unfortunately.
I know.
She can't play it because they technically they have to get somebody young because she's technically 14 years old.
I was about to say, and two, she's got a bad reputation in Hollywood for being very difficult to work with. So she's, I wouldn't say she's.
But
black,
Snow White
But the
Asian.
thing is-
Snow White's not. Snow White's not Asian.
She's
Megan
not.
Fox isn't Asian either.
Well, no, Snow White is not. She's German in general sense. But no, but they were trying to cast somebody that is Asian to play Snow White.
Oh, she's
Yeah,
gonna piss off more
no.
people.
Yeah.
Because
no.
I guess she looked like almost like a Snow White, but I'm like, I'm sorry guys. I know you Asians out there are kind of like getting into the point, like you're
But I mean,
coming
if she's
out,
Asian,
but
she looks like a decent Snow White. Go for it.
But the thing is, that's my problem. You can't really cast a Snow White.
If that was the case, find a pale, white-skinned German.
Excuse me, but you know the one thing you guys are forgetting, she's the only Disney princess that's a soprano. None of the other ones are sopranos.
yeah,
You're gonna have to get a soprano voice.
She's got that high pitched voice.
Yeah. She's the only Disney princess that's soprano. So that's even gonna be harder to find, is to find that look. On top of that, you got to sing soprano because that is
that
the
high
voice.
pitch like.
Yeah.
That could be more difficult.
Who would play the witch?
I
Evil
mean,
Queen.
You could probably get anybody to play that character.
I
That
know
character's
who
kind of.
I don't know. I know who in my heart would play the perfect evil queen. Glenn Close.
Nah, she's too old.
She's too old. Maybe
you're
when
gonna
she's
have to get. You're gonna have to get like your 30s to 40 age woman to play
I
the
could
queen.
be down for Michelle Pfeiffer because she plays a good villain.
Yeah,
She does.
But that's what I'm saying. It has to be like about the 40 to the 50-year-old age for the evil queen, because she still
What about
has that
Demi
young
Moore?
about her. She still has that young about her, but she's like, no, but you could tell she's a little older.
Because even the evil queen, there was a certain weird beauty about her, but
Yeah.
But that's what I'm trying. That's what I'm saying about the 40 to the 50-year age. But it's like, you know,
Glenn Close is a little.
yeah. See, even Stewie agrees with me. Like, I don't know. To me, I would picture Glenn Close. Now I know you guys are seeing it different, but Glenn Close does the perfect villain.
But I
I've never
understand.
really seen her as a villain though. Maybe I've just haven't.
The live action 101 Dalmatians.
Right. I have
She
seen
was
does a
Gorilla
good.
Def-
She does do a
But
good villain.
I mean, no offense.
And she was in a show too where she played the antagonist. There was like a business like law something whatever. She played like someone else that countered someone else, and she was a fucking bitch in that entire series. Like you hated her character,
the thing
but
is,
she
I'm
did
gonna
it
go
well.
with the age thing because she's at that age where it's like she can't really play those type of roles.
Yeah, she's just above the age.
Yeah. But I'm going for more like if somebody in their 40s or the 50s, somebody that can look like, oh, I could still be young, but I'm older because that's not how the queen is.
Helena Bonham Carter.
Who?
Helena Bonham Carter. She did a Fairy Godmother in Cinderella.
She was also.
I mean, even though she's like
she's Bellatrix Lestrange in Harry Potter.
Yeah, I know who she is, but she still looks good for her age. I know she can play crazy.
She was Sweeney Todd's faux lover.
Yeah.
So she can pull off crazy.
She can pull off crazy, but it's not. The Evil Queen wasn't crazy. What she did was,
she was
a little, but everything else was
everything else
was
crazy.
melodic. Like,
she wanted Snow White's heart ripped out of her chest
because she wants to be the fairest of the. She wants to be the fairest of the one in the land. She doesn't want anyone to overshadow her.
But again, she was methodical. She was smart.
And
she formulated a plan.
I think I'm agree with that one.
Yeah, I think Helena Bonham can pull it off because I've seen her do comedic. I've seen her do serious. I've seen her do
crazy.
I've seen her do villain.
I can't remember the actress's name right now, but she was.
But I would actually agree with that.
Les Miserables.
Are you thinking of like Natalie Portman or Anne Hathaway?
Anne Hathaway.
Yeah, she was in
I think Anne Hathaway could pull it off too.
I could see her.
She's not the best singer, but she can sing. She's got some ability.
But the thing is, the Evil Queen doesn't even sing anyways.
True.
She has more
unless
of those,
they decide to add a new song for the Queen.
I don't know, but she also has more of those facial features. So it kind of like if
I could see Anne Hathaway maybe.
Betty White is the witch. Yeah, that's not.
I'm down for Betty White in anything though.
She was in Toy Story 4. She played this little old lady.
She played the shop lady in the movie. We didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I haven't seen the movie.
Yeah, but I said that's like a hidden gem in the movie, I guess, because nobody really realized that was her until you read the credits and it's like Betty White.
Like, wow, she's still alive and kicking.
Well, yes. Well, no, it was funny. I think it was like the year 2016 when everybody was like dying all left and right.
And she's still here.
But the thing is, people put up a GoFundMe page to say Betty White.
Guys, let's keep Betty White alive, damn it. How old is Betty White now?
She's close. She's in the mid to upper 90s.
Jesus Christ, bless her heart.
But like I said,
the only remaining Golden Girl that's still alive.
Yes,
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, she is.
Jesus Christ, the Latter-day Saints.
But the thing is, with that one, I'm not gonna get too much into Snow White.
96. Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I'm not gonna go too much with Snow White because it's not in the works. It's just people rumoring right now with that one. But there is a big rumor about Pocahontas, and that's the one I'm kind of concerned about because if they were gonna, I want to know if they're gonna go like the Disney-fied way or we're gonna go to the Lord like.
They're gonna do the Disney-fied way.
But that's what I'm saying. That makes no sense. Why are you doing that? You just ruined the story. I mean, I'm just saying because now everybody's gonna think when they go like, even especially to like Jamestown, all that jazz.
Sorry, don't mind me.
They're gonna sit there and you're gonna see a different Pocahontas. And also, she's not good looking really that much anyways.
No.
Not if you really look at the real picture of Pocahontas, guys, she's not like, I mean, she's beautiful probably in her own way, but she wasn't like Disney beautiful like that. Oh.
The perfect hair and the perfect pout.
Yeah, and the perfect body. I mean, she might have a body.
She had a good hourglass.
Yeah, right? So, it's just like, what are you doing over there?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
I'm trying to find the right movie. I almost had it in my head because they're doing Lady and the Tramp. They've already done Alice in Wonderland.
Oh, what movie should they live action?
I really don't want to touch.
They've already done a live action Dumbo.
But my thing is with that one, like, I really wish they would not touch the gold or the silver age because that's when Disney was alive himself, Walt Disney. Yeah, and it just feels like a thing.
They already fucked up Dumbo.
Yeah, that pissed me off.
Basically, in my personal eyes, spat in the face of Walt Disney's work and creation himself, and they made it even worse. Like, I know people were like, oh, all controversial about the Black Crows and all this shit. But again, it was a different time.
I didn't even remember the crows were in it.
I did. But
Dumbo was one of my least favorite movies.
See, I remember them because it's like when an elephant can fly. It's a song.
Yeah.
And that's like the
I've unseen about everything.
When I see an elephant fly.
I know they were a plot device because they were there at the end.
But pretty much,
But I just forgot that they were there.
But the thing is, they helped Dumbo
But they,
fly.
yeah,
but
they helped him fly. He used
got his
one of the
confidence up
crow.
and
Yeah,
stuff like that.
he used one of the crow's feathers to help him fly. Like it was a plot point.
According to the thing I watched, apparently now he has to like snort the feather.
Yeah, he has to fucking inhale the feather into his fucking trunk,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden he has magical flight.
And I was like, is this a euphemism for drugs?
That's what it almost
Fucking
sounds like.
yeah, pretty much. Just got kids. Don't forget to snort that feather. Next thing you know, there's a fucking drug called the feather.
Well, we already got people doing the wasp thing.
Oh god.
It's a new meth thing now.
Yeah, don't.
Still, it's like.
But
don't
anyways,
do drugs, kids.
yeah, just don't do drugs. Anyways, no more talk about drugs. It was just like no more drugs
Anyways,
talking.
You had a thing.
Oh, I'm trying to think like, what else are they gonna do that's live action?
Well, I really I'm done with them touching Silver and Gold Age. I really don't want them to touch them at all.
have a feeling either A, they're gonna do a Snow White, or B, they're gonna do a live action Pinocchio.
I don't see Pinocchio because they're gonna have to do a lot of work because
there's a lot of CGI or a lot of puppetry.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot.
And even then,
of
I
work.
don't think
It's gonna be a mixture of
I don't
all
think
three. It's
people
gonna be a mixture
these
of live
days
action
would be
and
as
CGI
accepting
mixes.
as the. Well, for me, the thing I think that would hold them back, and they would probably have to either delete this, which would take out a huge chunk of the story, or rewrite it to the point where it's not the same story at all.
They're gonna have to rewrite a lot of it.
They would have to take out the whole Pleasure Island scene.
Yes.
Them
Yes.
getting drunk
That's
and
what I'm
smoking
getting at.
But the
and
thing
turning
is,
into donkeys.
I understand that, but I think that'd be a good device. But don't do it like how they did it. Probably a little bit more tweak it to this age. This and this could be bad for you.
Or at least
you know?
be bold, Disney, and do it, but give a actual rating of not G. Give it to maybe PG-13.
Mm-hmm.
Branch out.
Right.
Yeah, branch out at least. Realize your audience isn't all just kids. They're adults too who watch your movies and they critique and criticize it and say, hey, I
Right.
don't get put in Pleasure Island and realize, there's going to be.
But I think
hell, you've done it for Pirates, and in Pirates of the Caribbean, there's some smoking references. There's some of this. There's some of
Drinking.
that.
There's a lot of drinking in Pirates
Yeah.
of the Caribbean.
So
but the thing
why
with
not do it in
and that's
your-
what I'm saying with the Pleasure Island. They might need to twisted it around because it was not
I mean,
the same
you can
back in the
twist it
19.
around till it's still something.
Because
similar.
like in the 40s, they're talk about smoking, gambling,
But again,
and drinking.
but the concept
That's
of all
bad.
that
but
was.
some of the stuff is getting kind of in some ways you might want to add drugs.
Yeah.
They do drugs now. Kids do drugs.
But it's still the whole concept.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Adding
that
some
I'm
stuff
okay
to
with.
the message of, hey, this is bad. Granted, you won't turn into a fucking donkey, but this is still bad. This is what'll happen.
Well,
to
that's
you.
what I'm saying. They don't have to necessarily be turning into donkeys. They could probably do something else to it. Add what would make sense today than it would be back
You know,
then.
it'd be a creepier aspect, but it would make more sense. The kids are sitting there doing all this stupid shit, and then they kind of ghost away. They're turning from normal fleshy people to little fucking spiritual ghosts.
Well, I don't know if that would be a great thing. I don't know.
It'd be kind of a
I don't
gray
know.
area with it, but
still,
it would
it'd be a
make
work in
most sense
progress.
because it'd be a gray area, but it would make the most sense because it's all this sinful shit that you're doing is killing you literally, so you're not becoming human anymore.
I could kind of see that to an extent.
Maybe go zombie or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay, or zombify them. Yeah,
But they still did the same
No,
stuff.
gambling,
not to
drugs.
that extent. No, I'm saying not to that extent.
No.
But to the point where you see them maybe I had an example now.
So they walk into the the drug tent, because they did a circus thing, So
or all of a sudden you see kids.
they're all
sitting there
looking so
smoking. You see them
here,
smoking, and next thing you know they keep smoking so much that they turn into the cigarette smoke and just dissipate with the wind. Yeah.
That I could be.
that too. I could see that, but it depends on what it is. Whatever.
That reminded me of that phone call. I love you and I miss you.
My dog needs a lot of attention.
But
Hammy, it's okay, buddy.
we're getting there. Hold on.
Yeah.
We're enjoying ourselves.
Because we got all that done, and you had something that you wanted to add.
Oh,
What's
about?
this?
Cameron Boyce.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
And also,
Yes.
guys, Descendants 3 is coming out August 2nd. So, but
Yes,
they are
so
going to do a
Cameron
tribute.
Boyce unfortunately passed away from, what was it, a
It was
seizure?
epilepsy. Yeah.
Epilepsy.
Yeah, an epileptic
yeah.
seizure. And that rocked the world. It shook it hard.
Because he was only 20.
Yeah, he's 20 years old, and it was kind of a scary moment because it just happened in his sleep,
Yeah,
basically.
he seemed perfectly fine, and all of a sudden he's gone.
Yeah. And a lot of people are really speaking out towards this, which is really great. Even Adam Sandler made big things about it. But it's because Karen Boyce played his son in Grown Ups 1 and 2. So, I mean, everybody's like, I'm glad that it's more speaking out to more. It's like another level of mental illness that nobody really talks about.
I mean, I do have friends with epilepsy, so I know what it's like.
Oh, yeah, and I work with people that have it or have seizures, and just in general. It is scary when you watch them go through it. It is really scary.
And then you see someone who's only 20 die because of it. That's just kind of...
Yeah.
And so now that's
I mean, heck, we have a friend in the community, Rachel, and she goes through those.
She was announcing last night. She's like, I'm 2 weeks seizure free, and I was like, that's fantastic.
Yeah, and that's why I went, that's awesome. That's great. I love hearing those stories.
Yeah.
But in all honesty, there's some that just can't get away from it. Because I have some people I do take care of. They have this thing, but now they have to have this certain thing to help them get through their seizures.
Oh,
so it's like, I can't really explain too much because it's my job, guys, but I do, there's other ways, but...
I mean, I know it's off topic. There is one thing that pisses me off. I'll explain it to you after this joke.
Okay.
I mean, you're looking at me like I should explain it now.
Well, I don't know. You can't just sit there and tell that on a podcast and not say anything.
Okay, fine. So there was one thing that really pissed me off, and I wanted to punch one of my... I mean, I know it's in the topic of seizures. It's completely not Disney-related, and I apologize, but it really...
Well, we're making awareness of it, too, because it was a Disney character,
a
Disney cast member.
He
kept it really undercover.
Yeah.
So, like, a lot of people didn't know
The one thing I got pissed off about was people who fake it.
Yeah.
And case in point was with my ex Carmen at the time. Her ex prior played this, like, when he didn't get attention, he would play this faux seizure routine, like, oh, and I literally ended up punching him. I didn't care. I was like, you do not.
Well, and plus, in anyways, if I know not a lot of people would know, but most people know what a real seizure looks like between somebody that's faking it.
Yeah,
it's very,
like my brother Mike has seizures, and it's scary.
He's
sitting there like shaking, foaming at the mouth.
But the best way to know that somebody's actually really having a real seizure and not having a seizure, or is faking it, is, do you know what you were going through? Do you know what you were doing?
They don't recall.
No, he doesn't. That's the part. It's like it hits home for me because my brother Mike, God bless his soul, but me and him don't get along. But he actually has them. He'll sit there. He'll talk to you like a normal person about his day, video games, all that shit. And then next thing you know, he'll just stop and Mike, are you okay? And he'll fucking slump onto the floor, convulsing, foaming at the mouth. He doesn't recall it.
That's what I'm saying. That's when you know when somebody's fake and what's up. Because if somebody can
and
hear, like, you're like, did you hear?
I'm sitting
did you hear that? Did you hear what Cora said over there across the room? That's like you said, oh shit. And if you repeat, oh shit, you're like, yeah, you're faking because nobody that has a real seizure will remember anything from what that whole entire thing.
She had epilepsy, and the way she found out was she said she went to go talk to her mom. She wasn't feeling right, and she went in the bathroom. And she said, the next thing I know, I woke up and I was just covered in blood. And my mom was like trying to get me to the hospital. And she's like, that was my first seizure. That is my only memory of. I was in the bathroom and then I was covered in blood. I don't know what happened between
yeah. So and even though it's like only like sometimes they only last about 2 to 3 minutes, like 3 minutes to 6 minutes, roughly, depending on who you are.
Anything can happen.
Like you don't know what's going on in those 3 minutes. So but that's when you know when somebody's seriously saying hey.
When we became roommates, when we were talking about it, I was like, you got to tell me like how do I recognize.
And there's some seizures.
And even then she said there's like small ones where it's literally just like if she's overexhausted, she'll just like sit there and like nod her head, or if it's like a huge one, I was like, just tell me what to do so I know, just in case.
Yeah, and there's also those seizures where it's like they can look at you and they don't say nothing, but they stare at you, but they're having one right there. They could be fine and perfectly. Like I can sit here right now, even though I'm not saying I don't have it, but I can look at her Cora thinking she's talking to me, but I can sit there and look at her, and they're like. I don't. Yeah, and then I'm like,
seizures. You're on the ground, flopping around. No, there's multiple times.
There's different types of seizures, guys. There's the grand mal, which is the one everybody knows and sees. Is the one where
there's the smaller ones too, and that's the one you don't see.
Yeah, it's the ones that because they're quick. They're the quick seizures. You're like, okay, they had a seizure. But everybody only thinks the seizures is the grand mal, which is the one where everybody's on the floor twitching, having the spasms and stuff like that. But yes, I do want to make it aware with him, and that kind of confused me too with Cameron Boyce. Like, no offense, I make it, but I was like, we watched Descendants. There's a lot of lighting going on, like a lot of like special effects things going on, and I was like kind of like, if he had this, I'm like, did he even have one on set? to like nobody know.
Yeah.
Because
I'm pretty sure they knew. They just didn't like publicize it.
Well, I mean, it could be like that too.
Or specific scenes they CGI'd the lighting effects.
Or yeah, they could have done it with a stand-in instead.
Yeah, possibly.
Or that, so
because
that way he doesn't suffer from
it's just one of those things you
during...
kind of have to like realize is like he did all this TV stuff, and I know there at some points they had special lightings and epilepsy they can't do the little, like the
strobing.
Actually, Chris, they marked it down to anything after 3. You want to call 911 now, because anything can happen after 3 minutes.
Yes, that's correct. Anything after 3 minutes, if anything like that, if it's longer than that, you got to call 911.
Yeah, he's like, anything after 5. It's like, no, they changed that to anything after 3 minutes. You call 911
because that's dangerous to be that long.
Yeah, you could suffer from a lot of things: body shutting down, the brain shutting down, you name it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the thing you were gonna say?
Was that all about? Was
oh no! To me, it broke my heart because it was just like, it just young kid like.
Well, one thing I like that they did is because Descendants is one of their big franchises right now.
Yeah.
Is they were all set to have a premiere in I don't remember exactly. It was in Europe. It was either Germany or England. I forget which.
Oh, I think I heard. Yeah, I heard. I don't remember where
they had a big red carpet premiere all set, and then he died, and they just immediately shut it down. Said, nope, we're not doing it anymore. Out of respect, we can't have this big red carpet premiere in this party.
Because everybody's too raw. Like, everybody's too raw with it.
So I like that they were respectful in saying, okay,
I'm sorry, guys,
No, like, nobody complained. Like, everyone got it. Like, no, we get it. Like,
yeah, no, but I mean, but they probably were like, I'm sorry, guys, we have to do this. It's like, it's very raw. It's too soon for everybody to, like, sit there. And everybody's going to be talking about it.
Yeah, and the cast members wouldn't be able to emotionally handle it because it'd been, like, 2 days prior. So.
Right. But they are, and I've also know that during the premiere of Descendants 3 on August 2nd, they are going to do a special tribute to Cameron Boyce.
That's good.
That's what I've heard so far. So I don't know what it's about, but I just know they're going to do something for him, which I'm like, thank you. At least Disney's recognizing, because I mean,
he was so young.
And now I'm kind of like wonder what's going to happen with his character now for the next Descendants.
They'll figure something out.
Well, I mean, also because people forget that the Descendants is from a book series. Nobody realizes it's a book series. So, and at this point, it looks like the book series is going along as the writer is writing.
CGI his character or something.
Yeah, they might have to CGI his face on or just find a way to be like.
Well, that's what I'm wondering if like the author's going to take him, take him out or something. I don't know.
Heck, if they did it in.
Because the
Fast
authors,
and Furious and and other movies.
They could, but the thing is,
they did it in Star Wars too.
Yeah, and they've done it in Star Wars with Carrie Fisher.
And they did it in Hunger Games.
Yeah, they did. Exactly.
The Hunger Games, I kind of like how they did it because he died mid-production. They just stopped having him, and they didn't address it until the end, where he just like left the letter. And was like, oh well, I just had to leave. Like, that's kind of a cop out, but I respect what you did.
Yeah. But I mean, they still had to CGI him in some parts because
but they didn't try to fake it for the rest of the movie.
But with like Paul Walker. Yeah. They used his brother.
Yeah.
They pretty much CGI'd.
Oh, that's so sweet.
They pretty much CGI'd Paul Walker's face on his brother.
Cat's holding her hand.
Yeah. And like Carrie Fisher, they pretty much just CGI'd her in, gave her some final words with some,
Well, no, she's in the next one, so.
She's going to be fully CGI in the next one.
No, they said if they had enough footage from what they shot to keep her going. And I'm like, okay.
That might be interesting.
It's
just go
pretty much
I'm a little peeved about it because I'm like, be respectful. Just like write her character off, make her a background character. You are putting her so far in the foreground.
Yes and no, because anything that involves her name, all the proceeds go to her kids.
Which I get.
Well, that's
so
nice.
that is I mean, that is beneficial, especially in the hard times with her kids and all that. They're still probably doing all these back payments and all this other shit, taking care of all, I mean, it's hard for, like, being the kid of a celebrity, because now you're taking on all their shit.
Her daughter was in the last one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's like, but it's like you're taking on all your parents' prior shit to them passing. All their debts, if they had any debts, all their problems, if they had any problems.
I've been in that situation.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like you're taking on a huge role now. You're playing two people, so to speak.
Right.
Until you at least clear their name and whatever. So I get it. It sucks, but at the same time, it's like, I understand it from at least a different perspective. Like, okay, you're helping out the Fisher family. Kind of like, have you ever heard of the band, the Bad Wolves? They did a remake of the song Zombie from
all the money they made from that, they sent it to her kids. I knew that.
Yeah. Because
And I thought
originally,
that
yeah,
was really
because
touching.
originally he was supposed to do the song
with Dolores Riordan, and then she passed away right before she was going to go into the studio.
Yep. So anybody who purchased the song, yeah, all the proceeds.
I remember that's how I discovered it. Is I saw their video on Facebook and I watched it, and like at the end they said, Dolores Riordan passed away on, I think it was like July 17th or January 17th.
Yeah. she
She was due to come into because she was going to work with them, and she's like, any proceeds from this song are going to her kids. And I was like, that's really classy.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that makes you respect the band even more.
Yeah.
So again, in a way, I respect Disney on that aspect, where it's like, okay, any proceeds of at least Carrie Fisher's
Are going to go to her kids.
are going to go to her kids. So okay, admirable.
Right.
I'll give you that. But using footage of a dead woman, it's a little bit disrespectful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm seeing both sides of that coin.
Yeah, it's just kind of like, it seems like you're just trying to drag the character out more than it could possibly be.
I mean,
more or
they're
less.
probably going to kill off her character anyways. There's going to be probably
I
some
thought they were
epic
going to kill her off in the last one, and then somehow she Mary Poppins herself back and was okay. No, like,
right?
I know.
No, that makes you like, I'm laughing as like yeah, right? Like Mary Poppins herself back in.
But again, I mean, there's probably going to be some scene where she's on a planet. Planet explodes.
I
She
think
died. Han Solo's just like, oh.
I think they're gonna give her a proper death. I don't think they're gonna give her like.
I don't know how to tell you this, but Han Solo's dead.
I know. I was making a joke because I know he got shanked by what's his face, Kylo Ren.
Ben Solo.
Ben Solo.
It's his son.
Isn't that Kylo Ren?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I still think the name is stupid. Kylo Ren.
Yeah, it has a nice ring to it. It's not like a.
The Kylo part, sure. The Ren, I just think of Ren and Stimpy and just go, "You idiot!"
Okay. Well, that happened.
Yeah.
There is a funny meme though with that scene where he shanks his own dad, and they do the SpongeBob, firmly grasp it in your hand, firmly grasp it.
You're taking this wonderfully beautiful scene from Star Wars and just.
Yeah.
No, it's a meme. I saw it in fucking.
Like I said, some memes just kind of ruin stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't think we have any more to talk about unless somebody else has something to mention.
Yes, we do.
What?
Live action Bambi.
No.
That's gonna be very hard to play. I don't.
Yeah, let's
it's gonna be. It's gonna be like another.
Well,
Lion King.
they're gonna call it a live action Bambi, but
It'd be like a Lion King CGI stuff. That's what's gonna be.
I
like.
still say no.
okay.
Just
So
absolutely.
here's an
not.
honest question because I've already discussed it before.
But I wouldn't be. I wouldn't be surprised if they tried.
But since you're here with me,
Oh God.
since seeing you as a huge movie buff and everything like that, I had the idea of if they were gonna do a live action Hercules with Channing Tatum as Hercules. We would have to find someone to do Meg and.
Actually, they already been talking about, and they really have their actor already.
Who is it?
I forgot who it was. Let me look. I know they had it because I did
Because
mention it.
I don't want to know if it's. I mean, if it's like Jason Momoa or like Channing Tatum.
It wouldn't be Jason Momoa.
No, it's not him. Let me see. I know I heard about it because they were talking about that.
And what movies should they never have any? Should they never, for any reason, do a live action of Korra? I mean, they could do a live action movie of Korra, but it'd be a sad tale up until a certain point.
Oh,
Thanks.
that's who it is.
Trust me, if they did a live action movie,
it's Alexander
Skarsgård.
Yes, that's who they were
No,
going.
no, he already did Tarzan. I mean, granted, not the Disney Tarzan, but.
No, you're sorry. I was thinking. Yeah,
But he did do a Tarzan movie.
Yeah.
So no.
That's who they're taking.
No, to me that he wouldn't.
No,
Honestly, I think maybe like a Channing Tatum would probably be because.
They
I
said,
don't like Channing Tatum.
But I don't know,
like
but,
him
but
either,
it's
but
not
at least he
official
would
yet, guys.
He would at least match somewhat of the facial features. Get him all.
Then you can use
Get him all
prosthetics.
Magic Mike buffed up again, and he could pull it off.
But the thing is with this one, it's like they're talking about it, but it's not.
Alexander
They said it
Skarsgård,
could
like,
star.
If they maybe put him instead of like those shitty Tarzan movie that's non-Disney related, and actually made him the real Tarzan for the Disney, I could see Alexander Skarsgård do the actual Tarzan.
Oh, okay, that makes it different.
What?
Daniel Radcliffe wants to star in live action Hercules.
No.
He's too short. No offense to him.
None
He's
take- no,
he's
but,
a
like,
short guy.
Yeah.
The only thing I can imagine Daniel Radcliffe is, oh my god, have you guys ever seen the play where he was naked on a stage with a horse?
Equus.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
I can't
I'm reading
Daniel
I'm reading an
Radcliffe's
article
body.
and I'm just there like
I can't unsee Daniel Radcliffe's body. He's got a great body, but at the same time, it's like.
Okay, so this was talked about this month on July 5th about Alexander Skarsgård. So
Skarsgård.
I don't know what his name is. I really don't care.
Look, I liked him originally when he was in True Blood. Okay.
Well, the thing is, a lot of the Skarsgårds could potentially step in as Hercules, because they're a huge acting family.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
but
I mean,
not
Bill
Alexander.
Skarsgård, his younger brother, is Pennywise.
Yes.
Yeah.
Pick a different Skarsgård.
Exactly. Like one's already, this,
or
and one's already this.
Just hire the whole family. Then one could be the Zeus and blah
Yeah,
blah blah.
exactly.
Actually, why not just hire the whole Skarsgård family and make a movie with them?
There you go.
But
That would actually be an interesting
Look,
movie.
because what's the oldest one is Eric Skarsgård? Is that the father?
I believe.
I can't look at him anymore.
But that's what they're saying right now, like as of right now. It's not like fully there yet, but they're really in talks about this guy being Hercules.
I don't know.
But it's not.
I
Nothing's
don't
been
see him
said.
as
Nothing.
Hercules. Again,
but
if they did a live Disney version of Tarzan instead of the shitty one they done, yeah, I could see him as an.
But like I'm saying, this is just in talks right now.
If
and
it's
nothing's
done
set in
correctly, if it's done correctly, and not by some shitty director.
You know what? I'm gonna give it this right now. We will know for sure in set in stone if they're gonna do a live action Hercules in August.
Okay.
When they do the
Oh,
live.
speaking of, for those who are interested, D23, August
23, yes.
D23, August 25th to the 26th.
So we gotta wait till then when they do the announcements of all the movies of Disney that they're doing from the animated to live action.
Yeah, it's either the 24th
we will know
or the
for
20th.
sure it's gonna be set in stone somewhere.
But it's either the 24th or the 25th, but it ends on the 26th.
Yeah.
It ends on the 26th at 8 p.m.
I'm gonna try to live stream at least the movie one that I'm talking about, where they're gonna tell you all the movies for the next 2 years.
Yes.
They always go about 2 years from now for their movies, so keep an eye on that. I'm gonna try to live stream and do a reaction like a lot of people did for E3 and whatnot.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to do that with the D23 with at least the movies. I'm not for sure about anything else that's gonna be there on the live stream, but at least I'm gonna try to do that one probably for our next podcast. Hopefully, maybe, who knows? That might be when our podcast is.
You'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out somehow.
But a movie that should never be a live action remake.
That shouldn't, right?
Should not.
Should not.
I'm with you. I don't want any of the golden and silver eras remade. I honestly don't want to see some of the newer stuff remade. Like, I don't want to see a live action Tangled. I don't want to see a live action Brave.
I don't want to see a live action Frozen.
I don't want to see a live action Frozen.
But then again, I can see it happening, but not like now because it's still
it's
too
gonna
new.
happen it would happen like at least 10 years in the future. Yeah, but no.
Anyways, we're dawdling on, guys.
We are.
Do you have anything to say in the chat before we end? Because if not, we're ending.
Yeah.
We should probably go get lunch.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's 12:24. I'm hungry. You're hungry.
Yeah.
She's probably hungry.
No, I'm never hungry.
Right. I'm sorry. You live, breathe, eat, sleep Disney.
She's one of those
This
weird...
is like,
like
this is what the cup says. I run Disney and Caffeine.
Yeah, I run on Disney and Caffeine. I mean, come on. Did you not see her this morning? She ate in Iago. So you said it tastes like chicken.
Was I asleep for this part?
Totally.
That's what I was wondering, because
You're
I wonder if
totally-
I was
you're totally
I was asleep too, because I don't remember saying stuff like that.
Yep. You're just like.
Well,
Rah!
I woke up when I
Tastes
heard
like
her
chicken.
moving around and saying something, and you started talking about
I started talking about random shit.
about the thing and the watering crate.
Oh yeah. I just found that hilarious. Like
'Cause it is hilarious.
I peed on a mouse swimming in the water of the toilet bowl.
I
I guess it wanted to go on vacation. Like,
I'm sorry, it was 7 o'clock in the morning, and I had to.
oh, by the way, yep, we're gonna make it a command on my channel. I picked the worst time to go pee.
I actually watched that scene for the first time last night. He showed me after the donation was made, and I wasn't there.
Oh.
I saw that for the first time last night,
Yeah.
and I did not know Nadina had put in the quote of, "I picked the worst time to pee," which is true. I did. But I explained to him, like, I had literally just taken out my headphones and set my computer aside because I thought no one's gonna care if I'm gone.
Okay,
for
we're
like...
gonna have to end the stream.
What's
Bye. I'm sorry, guys. I gotta end it. So bye.